This episode of the Esoteric Order of Roleplayers is brought to you by the generosity of our backers on Patreon. Thirsty for complex narratives, in-depth characters, and lots of laughs? Support our ability to bring you consistent excellence. Patreon supporters gain instant access to us via our Discord channel, and higher levels get cool swag and secret recordings from the vault. Your support helps pay for the costs of running the Order and ensures that we can keep going week after week to bring you our unique brand of actual play RPG goodness. Help us get to our next goal, and you can game with members of the Order and become part of the story. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, and visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/esotericrp to find out how you can become a backer too. The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers present East of Eden, a Vampire the Masquerade duet chronicle featuring David Larkins and Desiree Valdez.
What the fuck? What is going on?
Sun tone.
What? I don't know what's happening.
Yes, you wouldn't. This is the opening theme from the ill-fated 1986 miniseries parodying primetime soaps entitled Fresno.
Okay. It sounds weirdly kind of like Blazing Saddles.
It does kind of, doesn't it?
It's weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyways.
Okay.
So, after a long break, we are back.
Oh, you're recording.
I am recording.
Oh my god. I get fooled every... How do you fool me every freaking time?
I don't know.
I should know by now. It's embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, here we are.
Well, my main question is...
Okay.
Are my wolf eyes still on? Are my coyote eyes still intact?
What?
That was just a question I asked a lot.
Oh, really?
Way back when. So.
Good.
So how do you feel now? Now you're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, now I can finally exact revenge.
For what?
Oh.
How awesomely I ran 13 candles?
All the things you put me through. There you go.
What is this? Oh, more a reference of Derek's videotapes.
Videotape collection. I don't know how that ended up with me.
That's weird. I don't... Well... Okay.
And, yeah, so here we are. So how are you feeling? Why don't we explain what we're doing? Since we have come to the realization that people might not necessarily listen to these in order.
Yeah, that was a weird thought. It's like, oh shit. People don't understand, may not understand, not because they're stupid.
You're funny looking.
You're funny looking. But I think they may not understand they're coming at the story at different points. Mm-hmm. Which is something, again, that never came to mind.
No.
I'm afraid I'm going to be popping a lot of peas.
It's okay.
We need, little, muff things over there. We need,
You said muff.
No, we need, a little styrofoam...
I think they're called apples.
We need apples for these,
yeah.
I think.
Sage has the hookup on those, so I should remember to ask her.
Well, I mean, that's very kind, but I don't want to use... I'd like my own apple. I don't want to borrow.
I think she's got a lot of apples to give away.
Extra. Oh, okay.
She offered herself. I didn't even ask about it. She just said, "Hey, I've got all these spare apples."
Okay. All right.
Because she used to podcast as well, if you recall. So, anyways, here we are.
Yeah.
And
this is not helping anyone in terms of what we're doing.
No. Well, well, the first lesson, if this is your first vampire duet, is that we always talk a lot of like random shit at the beginning of every episode.
Try not to.
That has nothing to do with the actual evening's events. So
that's not always true.
Not always true, but
I have less questions this time. So we are embarking on a second chronicle of Neon Masquerade.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a chronicle following a character that I've played
mm-hmm.
in the past.
Mm-hmm.
You can check out Neon Masquerade. I think that needs its own subtitle now, since this one has a subtitle.
Here's the thing. You keep calling it Neon Masquerade in the way that people used to call all Star Wars movies Star Wars. But to me, Neon Masquerade is the subtitle. So what we actually need is an overarching title. I mean, Vampire Duets, I guess, is one of them, but...
that's a description.
It is a description. It could also be a title. I mean, Star Wars is both a description and a title. So, what I'm saying is
this is East of Eden.
This is East of Eden.
So you should listen to her first duet.
Which is called Neon Masquerade.
Mm-hmm. Which apparently is an umbrella term that I wasn't aware of until now. And then there's also one other... one-off that we had, and I don't know if that's pertinent to this chronicle. It may be, but it's sort of like almost like a fan fiction version of...
Well, I think at the time I compared it to like one of those special issues of like a comic line, where it's like they brought in like a guest artist to sort of do a wacky reimagining of a long-established comics line.
Right.
And so it's technically canon, but it's sort of like... you don't need to read it. It's not going to have like any huge impacts on the overarching plot. Apart from like answering, apart from like someone might say, hey, whatever happened to the dead gypsies, that pack of, ne'er-do-wells that Aaron kept running into.
Mm-hmm.
And someone would say, well, you have to read
special issue number 1,
Underground.
Mm-hmm. So that would be the other one, Underground,
yeah.
And other than that, if you want more supplementary listening,
mm-hmm.
you would listen to The Demon's Mirror also, which butts up against probably some of the stuff here, mm-hmm. and then some of the stuff in Neon Masquerade, Aaron's first chronicle.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of Aaron,
mm-hmm. Why don't we introduce
the cast of characters?
Why don't we introduce our character here, our hero, ladies and gentlemen?
No, not a hero. So Aaron Evans is a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
He was turned by his sire, Karen Anatos.
Mm-hmm.
And that was on a fateful Halloween night.
Mm-hmm.
He was 24 years old. He was a transplant from Kansas to Los Angeles, California, where he had started a new acting career. Mm-hmm. He went to college. He came out to Hollywood to seek his fortune, and he did pretty well. And then Karen happened.
Yes, he was doing well.
He was doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah.
And so Aaron is a composite of like a couple different characters. So I think in the first chronicle, I was like, oh yeah, he's like a young Chris Pratt. So there is a lot of that
mm-hmm.
in him. Mm-hmm. But I was thinking more about him
mm-hmm.
because I love him. And
I love him so.
No, I just find him to be... I'm always finding different dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's a composite of... We have young Chris Pratt.
Very young.
Like Everwood...
Pre-Everwood.
Yeah. Chris Pratt.
Right.
Not the current incarnation of whatever the fuck that is.
Yes, we cannot emphasize that enough, especially for posterity, because God only knows...
what's going to come out about
6
him.
months to a year from now, how this will age.
So then I can actually say my other inspirations for Aaron are Tab Hunter. So he's an actor from the 50s and 60s,
mm-hmm.
like Golden Boy,
mm-hmm.
and Christopher Reeve.
Mm-hmm.
So
at the height of his powers.
Yes. Young, handsome, charming, without any sort of like, I'm not going to manipulate you or be
mm-hmm.
mean.
What term did you coin to be the opposite of problematic fave?
Impeccable fave.
There we go.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm just saying that Christopher Reeve
seemed to be an impeccable fave.
Seems to be,
yes,
or was, and he. No, I don't think he's not. No, he's not. So anyway, but he's an inspiration in terms of the feel, the energy, the guilelessness, the purity, naive. It's not naive, borderline naivete, but the purity of that energy. So that's what Aaron is. Unfortunately, got turned into a vampire. Also was turned by a gangrel, so he's one of the wildest clans. Now, my experience with vampire, I've had much more experience with the game since we first played it. So Neon Masquerade was my first foray into playing the game and the system and everything.
Yes.
So there was a lot I didn't know.
It came as quite a surprise to you.
Yeah.
How much you enjoyed it and how much you got out of it.
Yeah. So just to read off my character sheet, just to remind folks, and this might change over time, but
okay.
So Aaron Evans. See, it has the Chronicle down here. It says Neon Masquerade.
All right, so you need to make a new character sheet.
What?
You need to get a new character sheet and create a new sheet for yourself for this one.
Yeah.
For this Chronicle.
I do. So nature is visionary. That's like his internal process. He sees the big picture. Demeanor is eye of the storm. So he's kind of a weirdness magnet, drama magnet, but he remains cool. Concept is babe in the woods. I think we're still going with that a little bit. May change over time. Okay. Clan gangrel, generation 8th.
Yeah.
Which means he's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
His main talents or his main attributes are physical, stamina, charisma, appearance, and wits. And then his main talents are alertness, empathy, intimidation, streetwise, performance because of the acting background. Disciplines, right now he's pretty low disciplined. Animalism, fortitude, and protean. Protean 3 is... Here we go.
First look up of the night. We're back, baby.
It feels weird because I think I like to put music behind my sessions and you don't.
I did have the Fresno opening theme, just to remind you.
Great. Okay, go on.
Protean 3 is Earth Meld.
Oh, I have that. I didn't mark it down.
Okay. Which you well, it was because you only got it in the last session.
I did.
Yeah. But then
now I'm worried that I didn't mark down other things.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Protean 4 is Shape of the Beast. That's
right.
As a reminder.
Oh my god. Okay. So Protean is his main thing. Generation is his main background. He has a blood bond with his sire at 3 points. That's fully bonded. Blood bond with a coyote since his embrace. That's also 3 points. Main merits and flaws. Eidetic memory. Blush of life. So he doesn't really look like a living dead, and he's precocious, which means he learns faster than average. His main flaws are infertile vitae, so he cannot create new vampires, which is explored in the first Chronicle.
Yes, it is. Quite in-depth.
And then an infamous sire, which is Karen Anatos.
All right.
Yeah, he used to be a Boy Scout. All right. His weakness is he has feral eyes. What is this?
I'm just putting on some music for your request.
Oh, no. I'm not requesting it. I'm just saying I'm used to having music on in the background, but that doesn't mean you should put it if you don't want it. All right, so that's it.
So you're saying that, his weakness really is that he can develop animalistic features when he frenzies. And so far that has manifested because he frenzied quite a bit. That is manifested as feral eyes.
Right.
So how do you define that?
Well, it just happens when I think he can. They fade. They come and go.
Okay.
Okay, it's really loud and distracting.
Go on.
Okay, so I think I have a feeling that the feral eyes would, at this point, it's like a more subdued. It'll come out when he's really stressed or freaking out.
Okay.
But then eventually they'll just stay that way.
They'll stay that way, yeah.
And that's scary.
Right.
But I think that'll happen. I like to interpret that, what is it? Is that frenzy, or is that, that's not animalism.
What's that?
These are just symptoms of a frenzy.
Yes.
So as the frenzies stack up, then those attributes or those characteristics will come out more.
Right.
So at this point, I don't think the feral eyes are constant, but I think they increase if his blood, like if he needs blood, then his feral eyes might start up.
Okay, that's reasonable. So how about whenever you are hungry, like technically speaking,
they're on. Yeah,
I like that.
And that may happen right before he bites somebody.
Oh, that too.
In that flash, if he's going to feed on a person, they might come out.
I like that because it's a low budget effect that we can work in easily. So. It's not going to cost too much.
No, it's not constant because that'd be hell on the actor. So anyway,
I think there is a game that it's like a game about playing TV shows and you actually have to worry about your budget effects.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. So if he has more frenzies, then things may become more permanent in terms of hair, like fur.
Oh yeah.
Features.
Yeah.
Features might become more animalistic. And yeah. So Aaron has a whole backstory that I've written and given to David, and so you have that.
Me.
Yeah, it's you. And
I do have that. You're right.
Right. And so I don't know. I think that gives. Is there something big I'm missing?
No, I think that's the basics. I'm going to ask you a few questions, but before we get into that,
can't believe this.
That's
I just can't believe we're playing again.
Hey, that's a perfect segue. I was going to ask you how you're feeling, how you're doing. We wrapped up Neon Masquerade, the first installment of the Vampire Duet series. When about
a year ago,
September, a little more than that. I think it was maybe September or October.
Really?
Of 2016, yeah.
So it's been over a year.
It has been over a year.
That's way too long.
It is. Well, we've had a couple chronicles in between, so that's fine.
Well, meaning the Demon's Mirror and 13 Candles.
Correct. So yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to playing him again. I hope that I can channel him and also have the wherewithal to not think about the system and how it works and knowing all the lore. I mean, I know a bit more than I did before, but not even. I mean,
really?
I still feel like I don't know that much.
Okay.
I know a fair amount, but I have to keep that in mind when I'm playing him. Because the whole conceit is that he's all new to all of this. He's not been around for a while.
Right.
So depending on where we start.
5 months old vampire.
Depending on where we start.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure where we're starting.
Oh no, we're picking up pretty much where we left off. So it's late March.
Are we starting right now?
Almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you had more questions for me.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's late March.
Okay.
22nd or something, I believe. I didn't finish listening to the last episode of the last Chronicles, so.
I think it was the 24th.
24th, thank you.
I think.
We're going to go with 24th right now because it's not super critical, but I will have finished listening to that last episode by the time we play the next time. So.
All right. Oh, okay. So I should leave my character sheet as it is.
Why is that?
Because I'm still bruised because of what happened last time.
Yes, you should leave it as it is. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
So, my question to you was, I think it was a Saturday. Yeah. My question to you was, basically, what is Aaron doing, and where and why, what and why, and how, and where, but not who.
Because we know who. We just talked about him.
That's right. So, we covered who.
Right. So Aaron is driving up the 5 freeway. He just has come from his human girlfriend's funeral. And he was actually part of why she died.
Part of?
Well, the main reason. So he got involved with the human, and despite his, he had very poor judgment, and so he decided to try to pursue this person, and her name was Dawn, and she got caught in the middle of some vampire politics and bullshit business, and she was shot. And so he tried to save her by turning her.
Right.
And his blood did not work. And so he was very distraught, very upset by this, and she died. And so due to that reason, he went to her funeral and paid his respects. And in the meantime, another vampire apparently was out to get him. Her name is Arena. And she tried to stake Aaron in the graveyard.
After the memorial.
Under the sliver of a crescent moon.
Ooh, damn.
And he barely escaped. And so he decided that he had a couple of things to do. All of this is, the other piece that's going on is his...
Oh, it's very complex.
His vampire girlfriend. His vampire girlfriend, she was instated as the Baron of West Los Angeles after the unceremonious toppling of that barony. I don't know if people get that, but anyway.
Oh, well, we can't explain too much.
No. So Aaron got managed. The only reason Aaron is on the road right now. So Aaron is on the road on the 5 freeway heading north.
Yes.
Because in Southern California, this is set in, his home base is Los Angeles, but we're in California right now. And so heading up the 5 freeway to visit a fellow person or a fellow vampire.
Okay.
And this is very slow. I'm sorry, I'm very tired. Big shock. That's another thing.
That's another tradition.
Very effing tired right now. So he's heading up the 5 freeway to get some answers because Arena tried to stake him. Karen is on the red list because she turned Aaron on national television into a vampire, and that will not happen.
Well, not national television, but...
Well, local television.
Yeah.
And...
live televisions.
Live television.
Yeah.
Well, it's not broadcast nationally?
No, it's just...
It's not... okay.
Yeah.
So anyway...
She's not quite on the same level as like Elvira, Okay. She's not like a national...
Okay. So...
phenomenon.
Right. So then, I'm just getting really overwhelmed by the story. So, at this point...
Be a master of the story. Don't let the story master you.
I'm not the storyteller. I'm just the character in the story.
Yeah, you're right.
So, anyway, as I was saying, Aaron wanted to get some answers because Karen's on the red list for doing some bad vampire things. There's been assassination attempts on her life. And he wants to get some answers about it and find out who's behind it, who's causing it, why is she in danger, and maybe to figure out a way to stop it or to just get more information so Karen is safe.
Okay. And I believe... according to
and shall we mention that Dawn, the human who, he essentially drained of blood as he was trying to save her life, she turned into a wraith. And so she is now haunting Aaron and is spending time with him and is with him right now.
Yep.
As he's going on his journey.
Indeed. And then you sent me your story goals. Let's see here. Here we are. So you've got find out how to help Dawn.
Okay, help Dawn.
Maintain bond with Karen.
Yeah. Oh.
And then you've also got see if Calvin will tell me what happened to Louie.
Yeah. So Calvin is a fellow gangrel. He's up north, but he was just really visiting. He wasn't really he doesn't really live there.
Right.
So Aaron's hoping that he's still up there to get some answers.
Yeah, it hasn't been too long.
Yeah, but still, gangrels like to move around.
Sure.
So Calvin is a gangrel who is all about the Camarilla. He's all, he's a frickin' just thinks they're the best. So Aaron's going up there just to find out some answers.
Yep.
Oh, wow. This music feels way more intense than it needs to be.
Oh, really?
But the thing is, Louis was the former Baron of West Los Angeles, which is now Karen's position. She's the Baron of West Los Angeles now.
That's right.
Thanks to Muhammad and Mariel. So.
Well, and Aaron's own sort of manipulations.
Yeah.
I mean...
Right,
Aaron was originally put up as the would-be
Yeah, but he can't. I'm not going to do that. Aaron's not interested in those politics.
No, he's above such things.
No, he is. So he is trying to just find out, like, where is Louis?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Who, how can we get Karen off the red list? Stuff like that.
Okay, so he wants some answers from a Camarilla-allied kindred.
Yes.
Okay. So, to that end, you are actually not on the 5 freeway at this point.
Oh, I thought I was.
Well, you were. And then you hit Bakersfield.
Right.
And then you had a weird little incident.
Right. So I
far
crashed
outside Bakersfield.
So this is the special issue underground. So I crashed my Jeep into the mailbox of a kindred writer, Warren Bukowski.
Yeah, that's right. That's
played indelibly by John Huang. And
indelibly.
I think it was. It's still burnt into my brain.
Yeah.
And check out his website. He's amazing art. And yeah, so I crashed my Jeep. Mm-hmm. We got saved by, I don't know who. Okay, so we got saved somehow by some group in Bakersfield that Warren seemed to have tabs on. Mm-hmm. Like he was, I don't know. It was kind of a strange group. Mm-hmm. But the Jeep was pretty wrecked. Mm-hmm. And so Aaron went off into a little clearing, a little mini group of trees to sleep or go into torpor for the night. Mm-hmm. And I think he had struck up a deal with one of the guys, like, hey, I need a new vehicle. Yeah. I need a new car. Mm-hmm. Like, my Jeep is trackable. Plus, since he was already got staked or was attempting to get staked by an enemy, and she probably knows, and he told her where he was going to go and what he wanted to do, he needs to change up his vehicle. So maybe in Bakersfield, there'll be an opportunity to change up that vehicle.
Absolutely.
My Jeep.
I know.
So he's thinking, damn it, my Jeep. Right before he falls into torpor, into the ground, earth meld. So I can take 2 blood points off.
Yes, you got it. And we're off.
Wow. So we're picking up right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Interesting. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's partly dictated by some plot considerations that came up through playing Demon's Mirror, which is that Aaron makes a cameo in that one. Mm-hmm. And so it means that we have to sort of consider that in the narrative. Mm-hmm. I can't just be like, 6 months went by. It's like, well, wait, what happened with the whole cameo appearance in the events of Demon's Mirror, right? Yeah. So to me, that's actually going to be one of the fun things about this chronicle is finding out how that intersects, intermeshes. Yeah. So, but in the meantime, now I just wanted to say I quizzed you about how you're feeling, and I just had a couple thoughts myself.
Please share.
If you don't mind me rambling slightly.
Well, yeah, just pick up the pace, buddy.
People can play this on 1.5 times speed and just deal with it.
Yes, please do. It's probably way punchier and better.
It actually is, except for the background music. Background music gets a little frenetic.
It does, but otherwise it's actually, we should be talking at that clip.
Yeah. Except we're trying to think and talk at the same time.
Which is impossible.
So it makes it a little difficult.
It does. Okay.
But anyway, I just
Q 1.5 now.
Yes. And go.
So what I was saying is
no. So basically, one of the interesting things to me is that this is the first World of Darkness duet chronicle we've done that completely lacks a prelude. Right. So
we kind of just shared a prelude.
In a manner. This is that was sort of a previously on. Yeah, we have transcended.
Apparently, it's not Neo Masquerade anymore.
We have transcended. If any listeners have suggestions of what to call the overarching family of duet chronicles, by all means. But Yeah, so it's lacking a prelude, and so we have transcended into that zone that Hollywood is so terrified of, which is that we are now beyond the origin story.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. And we're moving into Aaron as an iconic character rather than
he is iconic from the jump.
Oh, jeez. Well, meaning that you have a set, shtick, and there are certain aspects of the character that your fans will now expect. And
I don't know. I really don't know what that would even be.
Mm-hmm.
Charming, handsome, witty, somewhat witty, a total dork, and just
a babe in the woods.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting to me. Mm-hmm. And I suppose the other thing is, we'll just kind of see. I've got my notes in front of me. I developed a pretty good idea of how to run these sorts of games, and so, but it's been a while because we wrapped up Demon's Mirror even. When did we wrap that up? December of last year? Well, that's been about a year since we wrapped that up, I think.
No.
Was it February?
It was probably March, February, spring. No, it wasn't even that. No, it's been maybe 6 months.
Oh, no. Because the first 13 Candles prelude was in March. I remember that very well. So...
All right, well, I don't know. I don't know why this is important to talk about right now.
Because I'm grounding where I'm at, where I'm coming from in this game.
Okay.
So, yeah, February 15th was our last Demon's Mirror session.
All right.
So, yeah, it's been 10 months. Almost to the day. And so I'm kind of getting back into it a little bit. So I don't know what this particular session is going to involve. It might just be a little, almost like a prelude in that sense. It might be like a little bit of a welcome back. Here we are. Let's just kind of see what's to be seen.
Okay.
The other thing with this chronicle is that I do have my structures sort of laid out, and my themes and my moods and all that other good stuff. But it's much more sort of sandboxy for you as a player.
Okay.
So just understand that there's a certain amount of built-in freedom because, one of the overarching themes of this chronicle is kind of being on the road.
Open road.
The open road, yeah. So, just keep that in mind. I'm just going to be kind of throwing things at you, and you can roll with it as you wish. Yeah. It'll be a true Gangrel chronicle because, because you'll be kind of free to pick up stakes, and head on, move on, if things get too hairy for you or whatever.
All right.
What?
Stakes, hairy, etc.
Yes. So, anyways. So that being said,
to get really hairy.
So that being said,
yeah,
we're gonna go with it having been the 24th. We'll just go with that.
All right.
And so you wake up, or rather, a facsimile of life begins to come back to you. As you have slumbered underground like some sort of chthonic god. And
that sounds creepy. And I must feed.
Yeah, where are you at?
Well, I'm not that low, but
okay.
That's the reason I woke up.
Yeah.
I feel like vampires wake up in order to okay.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the first things you think about.
It's like, I need something to eat. I must sustain this appetite for blood. This is why I exist. It's for the blood, always. So I was in this little clearing, little glen in Bakersfield. And my Jeep has been towed into town.
Okay.
So I'm wearing my usual uniform. Now, here's the question about Protean and Earth Meld.
Okay.
Is when I meld into the Earth and my clothes all dissolve, everything dissolves. It's not like my clothes are left, on the earth, and I have to change into them like Superman or something like.
or you rise up back out of the earth and just right back into your clothes.
Yeah. Or you walk by and it's just like this flat T-shirt and jeans.
That's what I was
boots.
picturing.
Like,
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
And then you rise up back into them and kind of fill them up again like an inflating balloon.
No, I hope not.
Yeah.
So how do we want to handle this? Because I could see him being like, "Oh man, I'm like dusty and dirty again." You know, I look all.
I think with Earth Meld, because of its supernatural nature, it's not like burying yourself in the earth.
Yeah, you become of the earth.
Oh, we should probly talk about one other thing.
What?
A certain elephant in the room. There's just one more. Here's the twist.
Yeah, what is it?
We started watching True Blood.
Okay, yeah. So things that have happened since running and playing this game and doing all this. We have watched True Blood. Or we've watched most of True Blood. We're almost done with it.
Yeah.
We are going to probably delve into other vampire shows. Yeah, other shows. Just to see what's up.
Yeah.
See how we can improve upon the formula.
Yep.
And also, my mom listened to the whole first Neon Masquerade.
Hey. Your mom listens to Neon Masquerade.
She does.
Ooh, that'd make a good bumper sticker, actually. Your mom listens to Neon Masquerade.
But yeah, she listened to it and she enjoyed it. And that is a whole other thing. So,
yeah.
And other folks are listening to this that I wasn't anticipating, and I appreciate it because I think it's just funny. And so
shout out to future Krista.
Oh my gosh. So we've had some more experiences and other people who have interacted with the I like the road sounds in the background.
Thank you.
It's helping quite a bit.
Oh, thank you.
But we've had people be supportive and enjoy the first one and not Demon's Mirror yet, but anyway. So let's continue.
So I brought up True Blood specifically because when we were playing Neon Masquerade, we had more than one person ask us if we'd watched True Blood, and so that's the reason we watched it. We're like, oh, okay, well, we should check this out.
Yeah, we should watch it.
And there are some crazy parallels and similarities, including going so far as like some stuff that I had already been planning for this chronicle.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh no.
So, yeah, there's finally going to be a genie. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but
look,
I'm kidding.
We brought that up in the first chronicle where Aaron said, "Don't tell me there's genies."
That's right.
We'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
Okay. So
anyway, so
it's supernatural.
Right. So I was about, because the reason it popped in my head just now is I was about to say it's not like on True Blood where Vampire Bill was sleeping under the earth and then he comes up out of this grave and he's all covered in soil,
totally
right?
Naked.
And totally naked.
Starts
Yeah. He starts boning his girlfriend, which is like really disgusting. Because I'm sure his crotch was not clean. But anyway, so I was gonna say it's Vampire Bill. So it's not like on True Blood. I think because it's not only supernatural, but also it is explicitly not you just burying yourself in the earth. It is called Earth Meld. You are supernaturally. Yeah, exactly. The atoms of your flesh and your blood and everything, plus the atoms of your clothing, are interpenetrated by the atoms and molecules of the dirt.
All right. So, but any residual dirt, though, like if I have like earth meld, like come out of the ground, like do I come out vertically or if I just raise up like horizontally?
I think it can be either way, because there was the one time that you and Karen were making sweet love and you descended into the earth together when you were done.
Yeah.
You know, and then there was like another time, I think the first time you used it, you were standing over where Karen was buried and you just sort of descended like an elevator into the earth. So
okay, but I still think there would be like superficial dirt, so I can't escape that. Like I can't escape the earth. Like,
okay. Well, I think there'd be superficial dirt from like kind of that final bit of coming up out of the earth, right, like that little layer of topsoil.
Yes, you know. Yeah. So there'll be some level of
as you're reconstituting just as you come out.
Some grittiness there constantly, which is annoying.
Yeah.
And I don't want to make things too comfortable for Aaron. So anyway, so Aaron, I am Aaron. I am playing Aaron Evans again, and he emerges from the earth.
Yeah. What? This is the thing.
God, I'm trying to get into it.
No, I was going to say when you were running 13 Candles, I had to admonish you because you kept slipping into like second person narration for the NPCs.
I did. Or first person.
Well, first person. Yeah, that's right. Sorry. First person narration for the NPCs. And it was like, no, it should be second person.
Third.
Or third person. Well, second and third.
Well, second.
Like, you know.
Second is you.
Yes, I know. But it could be like saying like, you know, the vagabond stops and stares at you, you know, instead of, yeah. Anyway, second/third person. Anyway, but now you have to get back into first person area.
Yes, so Aaron. I, Aaron Evans.
That's your biography. I, Aaron.
Lame. Okay, so I emerged from the dirt, and I'm wearing my typical uniform. So that would be black t-shirt, a little tight. Little tight.
You could fold up a pack of cigarettes in the sleeve, right?
If I smoked, which I don't. And curly blonde hair. Black jeans, a little tight. And boots. Some more of like military issue boots. Not like Doc Martens. Like, you know, more sporty boots. Black belt, black boots, all black. I was not wearing my sunglasses at night. Sometimes I do, but I don't. So I had like a duffel bag in my Jeep.
Yeah.
I have the keys on me. So even the keys disintegrated?
Sure. Anything that's on your person.
Yeah, that's right. Because if you turn into an animal, like any little small pieces of jewelry or little things like that, your clothing, like that all comes back to you when you turn back into
Yes, we had a very long discussion about that, trying to figure that out. So
Really? I didn't think it was that long.
Well, relatively speaking. I think it was off mic, actually. I remember driving around and talking with you about it.
Yeah. So I emerge.
Unlike True Blood. All right. So
I emerge.
You emerge.
And I'm in the middle of these trees.
Your humanity is still 6, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So
So you rise 20 minutes after Civil Twilight. And I found a much better sunset.
Oh, great.
Sunrise.
Wonderful.
Webpage, much easier to read. You can even set it by the town and the date. It's very nice.
Holy smokers.
Yeah, it's on the Navy's site.
Nice. Okay.
So
I emerge.
You emerge.
I'm in these trees and I'm looking around.
Civil Twilight is at 6:40 p.m. Okay, so it's about 7 o'clock.
All right, and I'm looking around, and do I see the lights of the town in the distance?
All right, so you emerge out of the earth. It is the sun is down, but there's a sort of a bright line that's liming the horizon.
Ooh.
Yeah, and turning the western sky purple, indigo.
I love seeing the colors.
Yes.
That makes me happy, but does it make me anxious?
It stings you a little bit, actually. Please make a soak roll. Only difficulty 3, though.
Oh my god.
So that's fortitude plus stamina.
Yes, plus stamina. Oh my god, it's starting. Oh my god. Okay. 2.
Okay. Yeah. So it stings you a little bit, and it does make you slightly nervous.
Okay. But I know the sun's going down. Or maybe, okay, how about if I haven't seen this in a while. Like
because
before
normally you're inside.
Yeah, I'm indoors a lot.
Or you're under the light pollution of Los Angeles.
So I can't really see it. It doesn't really bother me. But in this instance, maybe I get slightly disoriented and think, I mean, even though I made myself control or whatever.
Yeah.
But what was it? Self-control?
Soak, actually.
Soak. I soaked it. Yeah. So soaking it, I might have a brief, slight flash of like, is it morning or is it like it's that confusing light? And then it's starting to get progressively darker. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. It's evening. All right, good. Yeah. So I dust myself off.
Yeah, stars are starting to come out. It is a signally dark night.
Okay.
The moon is just out of the new phase. It's waxing. Crescent. Only 6% of the moon's disk is illuminated, so it's like a real sickle. Okay. I'm picturing sliver of the moon.
So I'm in this glen, and there's just these little rolling hills, flat land. Also, I'm looking around for town.
Yes.
Where is it?
So you're not too far outside of Bukowski's place, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So.
Oh my god.
Oh, and where's Coyote? Speaking of that.
That's what I'm
Speaking of
wondering.
all that.
So I'm looking around.
All right. So you see Coyote emerging out of the sort of sparse oak and chaparral kind of surroundings that you find yourself in.
All right. Does it come up to me?
Yeah. You know, he comes over, say hi.
All right. So I pat him on the head and say, "We got to go get my car or my vehicle, my Jeep."
Okay.
And so
All right.
we
You head off.
head down, walking down the hill.
All right. So
That's enough.
she's just lying there, barking. All right. So anyway, so you head down the hill.
Walking down the hill, I look behind me
Yeah.
to see Bukowski's house.
Yeah.
And I'm remembering everything that happened and thinking about that thing that's underground and wondering if the dead gypsies are now fully dead.
Yes. If they're
And
living up to their name.
hoping they are.
Yes.
And wondering, like, and I don't see any lights or anything. I see, like, the broken glass of the window.
If they're more dead than Gypsy now.
I see the broken glass, like the windows that were broken.
Yeah, with your Vampo vision.
Yeah.
You can kind of, like, even with your Vampo vision, because of the gathering darkness under this crescent moon, there's just that slight bit of ambient light from twilight off to the west that's giving you just enough light to sort of pick out the house because it's in amongst some trees.
Right.
So you can just make it out. And you can see some broken glass reflecting the
broken windows and the top floor and then the door. There's no vehicles around
No, there's a bunch of tire tracks.
Heading down the hill. So I look behind me. I see the broken mailbox too.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, god damn it. But no, it's for the best that I replace my vehicle.
Right.
I know Arena's out there. So let me do a perception plus awareness.
And you're just right back in the co-pilot seat, aren't you?
Is that bad?
No, it's fine. It's part of our dynamic.
What's the difficulty?
What are you looking for?
I'm just trying to sense any other supernatural things around me because those townspeople that came in to the house and everything, they were unsettling, and I'm not really sure what they were.
So they're just Bakersfield residents.
That's so mean. So they were eerie.
Yeah.
And so I just want to see if I perceive anything supernatural in my vicinity as I'm walking down the hill.
All right, so difficulty 6 then.
Okay, so that's 2.
Okay.
Oh, wait, are 10s? It's not 10 again. So we're not doing
Only if you have a specialty in something. Do you want to? That's actually something you could add. Remember, if you have 4 or 5 dots in anything, attributes or skills, you can take a specialty.
Right.
Normally that costs XP, but since we weren't doing that, if you want to just throw on a couple, I think you get like 2 for free. So.
I rolled awareness, which is 2, and then perception, which is 2. So if it was a 4 skill, then I'd probably take you up on that.
Well, just keep that in mind.
I will.
You can write. I'll let you write something in.
I'll try to remember that.
Well, I'll let you write something in like condition, like in the moment. So if you're like, oh, can I have a specialty in blah? I have 4 dots in this. Be like, yeah, sure, and then you write it in.
All right. So anyway,
it'll be a bit of a dramatic license.
Right. So.
Okay. 2 successes.
Yes.
So with 2 successes, really all you feel is as you're walking down the hill and you're thinking about that underground layer
being and
the inhabitant therein.
Yeah.
You kind of suddenly realize that this entire hillside must be this like cairn or like fairy mound almost, so it just kind of wigs you out a little bit,
They get some type of little spine tingling.
It's a little frisson. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I quicken my pace.
Yeah.
And I'll just run down the hill.
Jog down to the frontage road and then walk into town.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you got the details, I'm sure, of where your Jeep was being towed and everything.
He gave me a card.
Yeah. Was it a dealer? You were getting it towed to a dealer?
No, it was like partially. It was an auto shop, and it seemed like they also had vehicles for sale.
Cars. Okay. All right.
And so I'm walking into town.
Yep.
So there are some scattered street lights.
Yep.
Do they have any? There's signals, right?
Oh yeah. Okay. I mean, you're on the very outskirts of Bakersfield, basically.
Right.
So.
Yeah, but it's not like a super busy area.
No, it isn't. No, that's why Bukowski lives there.
Yeah. So I'm walking down, and then I'm hitting sidewalk. So the dirt changes into pavement and sidewalk. And so I'm walking along the sidewalk, looking for the sign of this auto shop / dealership. It's not too late, so maybe I can catch them. So I'm sort of anxious because I want to get into a car right away.
Right.
So I'm looking around for like Bob's Auto Body.
Okay. Yeah. So
Jim Bob's Auto Body.
all right. So
Unless you have a name for it.
Well, actually, I do.
Oh, you do good.
Of course.
Oh, good. I'm trying to like get out of my GM mode.
Sure. No, sorry. I'm just pulling up the weather
That's fine.
as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm getting back into my GM mode. So, let's see here. Okay.
But yeah, I'm just looking around the town. I'm picturing that there's like an old there's a drugstore.
Yeah.
There's a diner.
Yep.
There might be one nicer restaurant. There's a gas station. There's like a thrift store.
Yep.
There's
well, let's not go nuts. In fact, this area is actually mostly industrial.
Oh.
So there's like gas stations and gas station diners, and there's like a lot of fenced yards and that kind of thing.
Is it like a junkyard or?
No, they're basically
Quarry.
like transport hubs. So there's like a lot of trailers from
All right. Yeah, trucking. So
trucking.
there's massive trucks.
Yeah, like a few times, like a big trailer truck go, like roaring past you, and then you're just walking along these you're walking along this paved sidewalk, but you get the feeling like you're probably the first person to walk along the sidewalk in several months.
Okay.
Because it's just this is the domain of the vehicle, and so there's a chain link fence off to your right with razor wire, at the top, and then you can just see all these parked trailers. Commercial trailers,
right,
up on their little stilts,
okay.
And they're just all in rows, waiting for their next, call of duty.
All right. So I'm walking.
So gradually, though, you start to see a few more gas stations, and then there's like a Circle K. You walk past that.
Are there people around?
A few, a few.
Are they noticing me?
No.
Really?
Nobody's paying any attention.
Okay. It's people fueling up and getting back on the road.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just, some of the people who are unfortunate enough to live in this part of town who just have nowhere else to go but go hang out and loiter in front of the Circle K.
So I'm thinking they would notice
smoke
somebody
cheap
random.
Clove cigarettes. No, because there's just tons of people who come
in and out all
and
the
go.
time. Okay.
Vagrants and drifters and all sorts,
All right. So I'm walking.
Are you hungry?
What's the percentage?
Well, we can figure that out.
My blood pool is 16.
Oh shit! All right. Well, you're doing pretty well.
No. I'm at 9.
Wouldn't it be 15? It usually goes in after 10 and I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry, 15.
Okay.
So I'm at 9.
You're at 9. So it's totally your discretion then. You're not capital H hungry.
No, I'm not super hungry. So I just want to get the hell out of this town.
Okay. This would be a good place to grab some blood for the road, but
I'm thinking about
you're
it.
at 9 and it's good.
It is a good place. I just haven't done that yet.
Right.
And so it's because it's not in a location where I'm assured that I could charm somebody right away. It just depends on who's around, and I haven't talked to anybody yet.
Hunting for a gangrel is tough because you don't have obfuscate, you don't have dominate.
No. No.
You think about those vampires that have dominate.
Oh,
it's freaking easy. You just walk up to someone and you're like, "Hello,
Give
how
me
are
your
you?"
blood.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
Overrated.
You hear that, Ventru?
Not dramatically interesting.
Oh my god.
So
I'm gonna play Ventru now just to spite you. All right, so I'll show you a dramatic B.
You keep threatening me to play like I'm gonna play a Tremere. Now you're threatening me with a Ventru. I'm just. How do you want me to respond?
I'll play a Ventru Tremere hybrid. All right, so. So it's not too cold. It's like in the upper 50s.
Yeah.
And so you just,
like my jacket's in the car too. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
I need to get
the temperature isn't low enough for that to cause people to look, like what's that idiot doing walking around in a t-shirt?
But there's plenty of weirdos that like are used to really freaking cold weather, and like 30 degrees or 20 feels amazing. Mm-hmm. So I definitely don't feel that, but I'm thinking like my jacket, duffel bag, my wallet, like different things I have. Yeah. Are in that vehicle. I need to get those out before I get into this new vehicle. I'm looking around for this sign.
All right. So in due course, you see a somewhat sun-damaged, rust-pitted sign that says A-OK Parts and Service. Yeah. And then underneath in neon says used cars, and that's kind of flashing on and off.
What color's the neon?
It's like a kind of blood orange color.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I walk in. I check the door to see if it's open.
Right. So you cross the lot. You can see that there's about a dozen vehicles arrayed.
Are there any that stand out?
What are you looking for? Are you looking for flashy? Are you looking for nondescript? Are you looking for powerful? Are you like
I need nondescript and powerful.
Okay. Times like this, I wish we had a luck roll. How about a perception? Perception plus drive.
Perception plus drive. Mm-hmm. Just like I made you do crafts plus.
Crafts plus melee.
That's 3 3s.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I don't know.
You don't know.
I need to find this guy.
The year is 1990. All these cars are basically metal boxes.
Right.
There's really nothing. You certainly don't see anything like a classic Mustang or even a Jeep or anything like that.
Where do I see my Jeep?
There's the lot. I was describing the lot. So the cars are kind of arrayed out, and they've got the little 2-digit stickers in the windows, 87, 82, and then the price
74.
next to it. Yeah, exactly. And then the price next to it. And then little pennants on the antennas and that kind of thing, Typical used car kind of business. And then at the back of the lot, there is a small, boxy sort of office/garage.
All right.
And there's 2 roll-up garage doors that have both been rolled down. However, you can see that there's fluorescent lights that are blazing away inside, and you can just see the roof of your Jeep, through one of the windows.
All right, I'm going in.
And then there's the front office.
All right, I head into the front office.
Okay, and there are lights on in there as well. So,
I already know how this place smells. Stale cigarettes, stale coffee, stale newsprint.
Yeah.
Fuel, like gasoline, oil.
Yep.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Yep. So you walk in. There's sort of like a front counter that's about chest height with like really worn, faded Formica top.
Yeah. I'm picturing these shitty candy machines.
There's a couple, those little ones on
turn the
on
nickel
a monopod.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, turn the nickel. There's one that's like got like some off-brand weird ass candy in it that you've never seen before.
No. Yeah.
And then one of those little toy trinket dispensers.
Yeah.
And then there's also a vending machine, but it's like the old school kind that actually vends bottles, like glass bottles, where you have to open the cabinet and pull the glass bottle out.
Yeah.
So, and of course, the obligatory Snap-on Tools calendar hanging above the counter with a, softcore pornographic buxom lass with, feathered hair.
Right.
You know that it's from 1987.
Yeah, it's old.
So it's like they haven't even bothered to replace the calendar. They just liked the picture, so they kept it up.
All right, so I'm looking at all this.
Yep.
And is there a bell?
Actually, there was a little set of jingle bells mounted on the door, so it kind of cling, 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 when you close the door.
And step up to the counter.
And you can hear an air powered lug gun in the garage. And then you hear someone like, yeah, be up there in a second. So
I just walk around. I'm looking around and observing all these sad things.
and so then, after just a little bit, a gentleman comes out. You recognize him as the driver of the tow truck from the night before.
Hi.
And he says, yeah, Mr. Evans.
Yeah.
Well, got your Jeep. It's still up on the lift. You really knocked out the front end there. It's going to need a whole realignment. You know, the wheel alignment's all out of whack.
Well, okay.
So and so hold on, let me. So he goes over and there's like kind of a wall-mounted folder holder, and he roots around and pulls out a clipboard and comes back over and slides it across the counter, and it's a triplicate. Carbon form, with various scribblings on it, some of which you suspect has been purposely made illegible, And so he says, well, yeah, what you see here is you got your Johnson rod, and that's going to need some replacing, and intelligence plus drive, please.
It would be intelligence?
Yep.
Wouldn't it be wits to just see if he's just tricking me?
No. It would be intelligence because he's throwing a lot of technical terms at you. So this is like...
What's the difficulty? 6?
6, yeah. He's not that good.
2 successes.
Yeah. All right, so you sense that he is probably trying to jack up the price, but that some of the stuff he's talking about is legit, and that if that's the case, then the Jeep indeed would not be drivable for at least 3 days if he even had the parts, and if you had to order the parts, it would take a while longer.
Okay, so what is his name?
You didn't get a name, actually.
Okay, sir, I'm sorry. What's your name?
Eddie.
Eddie, yeah. Okay, so Eddie, I need to get on the road tonight.
Tonight?
Yes.
Well, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry to tell you.
You have a lot of vehicles here. I would do a trade if you'd like.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a really nice Jeep. Are you sure?
Positive. I need to get on the road.
Okay. Well, what kind of car can we get you in there, Aaron? And so he kind of pulls up the pass-through gate on the desk and walks out, Why don't we go out and walk the lot?
Okay. Am I perceiving anything weird about him?
He just, seems like a kind of slimy third-tier, mechanic / car salesman. So
I'm just thinking back on the previous night and those people that just showed up.
So you're just freaked out about these weirdos.
I'm just wondering who that gang was. Like, who was that group of people? They seemed strange to me.
Yeah.
So I'm looking around the lot.
Oh, well, so I don't know, you look like a young guy on the make. You want a nice sporty car. What I got for you right here is a 1982 Mazda RX-7.
Okay.
Only 13,000 miles. Really good condition. It'll get you where you need to go, and it'll do it in style.
I don't need style. I need to just get to where I need to go.
All right, then.
Really basic.
Let me introduce you to a little friend over here. This is a 1985 Toyota Cressida.
That's a no. That's too small.
It's a 4-door.
I'm a tall guy.
It's a 4-door.
Look at me. Come on.
Why don't you just sit in it and...
I don't know. I need something with a little more guts.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see here. Well, how about this 1985 Audi 5000?
No. Okay, look. The Jeep is new. All right. It's a 1989.
It's a used car lot, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. These
What
are
else?
used cars.
What else do you have? Is there anything that is on par with like the Jeep?
I'm giving you the best I got. Is there God's honest truth?
Are there other lots in town?
Of course, there's other lots in town. But if you want to trade in your Jeep, it's in my garage.
True. So I'm looking around at these vehicles. Like, none of them are appealing to me. The cars are going past.
Whizzing past, of course. Yeah.
I gotta get on the road. All right. I will go. I mean, I don't want that. No, I don't. I'll take the Toyota. God damn it. It's 4-door.
It is a 4-door.
Okay, so I'm walking around it looking. What color is it? Just like a nasty neutral tan, gold.
It's kind of a gray, blue gray, like kind of a almost naval gray.
The windows aren't tinted.
No, they are not.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
Yeah.
Is there any with tinted windows?
Let's see here. Tinted windows. No. That's illegal in California, you know.
My Jeep has tinted windows. All right, so I'm just thinking about a lot of things in terms of transportation and being really visible in this vehicle.
Yeah.
And I gotta get on the road. So this is honestly, I'm underselling this.
Right. There is one vehicle with tinted windows.
What is it?
It is a what is it? Hold on, I just had it. And there it is. It is a so it's actually one of the newer vehicles on the lot. It is a 1988 Hyundai Excel.
No.
Right.
No. Okay. You don't have any older cars?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I got a couple older cars here around back. I mean, are you a classic car guy? You like the classic cars?
I just want something that is reliable.
All right. Well, over here, you know, I've got a 1968. A 1967 car.
Oh my god. I could have sworn I gave you a couple car options.
I wasn't prepared for the classic car option. I didn't think you wanted anything too visible.
Well, okay.
All right, so
I guess because we have spent like a year and a half talking about this, that I think you forgot what kind of car I wanted.
What kind of car did you want? Just freaking tell me.
I wanted that Ford Falcon.
Oh, the Ford Falcon, of course.
This is so dumb.
I can cut this part out.
No, it's fine. I think it's funny because it's just like, come on.
Yeah, sorry.
I was waiting I thought you were teasing me a little bit, like, oh.
Oh, no, not at all. I completely and utterly forgot.
It was that picture I sent you with that awesome car.
To be fair, you have sent me a lot of pictures. So.
All right.
Yes, so it's a 1967 Ford Falcon. The windows are not tinted.
I know, it's black though, right?
Yes, it is black.
Yeah.
So, all right.
But I thought, well, maybe I can trade in.
Fine. So you ask him if he has any older cars. And he says, well, I do have one that I've kind of been fixing up a little bit just as a little bit of a, personal project. And so he walks over to those garage doors that are closed and gets out his keys and unlocks the padlock on the front. And you notice it's the door that's not the one that you saw your Jeep through, And so he bends down to lift it up, exposing a couple inches of butt crack.
All right, that's normal.
So up goes the garage door, and you see this pretty nice, muscle car sitting in there.
Yeah.
Gleaming under the fluorescent lights with its glossy black paint and its chrome accents.
Nice.
And
that's not flashy at all.
Yeah, I'm getting mixed messages here.
Well, I'm dumb, so I don't know what I want really.
All right, I see you're getting back into playing Aaron. All right, so
yes. So wow, that's a really nice one.
I don't want anything too fancy. I'll just take that restored vintage muscle car over there.
It's all about the aesthetics.
Yes. Yeah, so he says, yeah, I sure hate to let it go, though. I put a lot of work into it, if you know what I mean. A lot of work. A lot of hours.
Well, do you want
money?
Do you want it for yourself?
Well, it's
like a 20-year-old car.
I just want to make sure it's going to a good home, I guess you could say.
I can't guarantee that.
You say that? So he kind of laughs, actually. He's like, all right. Well, I appreciate your honesty. You're not going to use it for, drag racing or nothing like that.
No, I just need something that's reliable. It's going to get me to where I need to go.
Oh, this will get you where you need to go. I did an engine swap, rebuilt the transmission.
Oh, my God.
It's
a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, I tell you. But yeah, here. So he fishes around his pockets, pulls out a little key ring, hands it to you. Why don't you take a seat in there, see how you feel about it.
So I get into the vehicle.
Okay, so you slide in. You note it's been reupholstered as well. It's got kind of a fabric upholstery with leather, accents. And so it has that smell of like fresh upholstery, The steering wheel is a little cracked. It's like the original steering wheel had some sun damage.
Yeah.
Dashboard, a little sun damaged. So he hasn't like completely redone the thing.
Yeah.
It's not like car show
Right.
ready.
No. Okay.
But it feels good. It fits your frame very nicely.
Okay.
And you feel very comfortable in it. It feels very natural.
All right. Well, I think I will take this.
All right. So he says, "Well, fantastic. Now you said you wanted to get on the road tonight, so I assume you're paying cash."
Trade for my Jeep. That Jeep is a new Jeep.
Well, now see, I know that Jeep is worth a good amount of money, but I got to make sure that I can. Hold on, let me get my blue book.
God. So I'm half tempted to just drive away now.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Oh, all right.
I'm not going to.
Okay. Yes, because oh wait, I think the humanity chart's on your side. Well, anyway.
Oh, is it? No, it's not.
No, it's not on the side either. Over here.
Oh. It's just the type's red and you have a red light on. So
Yeah,
it's
well.
impossible to see it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no. No.
No?
Oh. Theft is humanity 7.
So it is there.
Oh, it is. Oops.
No, it's not. Now let me read off the thing that I just said isn't there. So theft is humanity 7, so you're humanity 6. So you could actually fire this puppy up and peel out without risking a humanity loss.
No, because that's going to call attention to me.
That's
if I
true.
steal it, then he's going to put out
a police report.
Yeah, no, I don't need that. So I'm gripping the steering wheel, white knuckling it, kind of like.
Do you have any cash on you? Did you bring any money with you? How much money do you have?
A lot of money. Like
Okay.
I have some wads of cash.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
And I have some other things that I need to check in my Jeep.
Cocaine.
No. Yes, I'm transporting cocaine across the country.
Excellent.
No.
It's that kind of chronicle.
No. So he comes back. All right. And I say, look, what's the exchange?
All right. Well, see here.
I know you have to do repairs to the Jeep.
Yeah, that's the thing. I got to put some work into it. If you're just driving it off the street, then I could consider a straight trade. But I do have to put in a bit of work for it. So, how does 1,500 cash plus the Jeep strike you?
1,000.
All right. So
Right now, I'm going to take it off the lot right now.
roll charisma. Plus, what do you think?
Sorry.
Either charisma or manipulation.
No, charisma and intimidation.
Okay. Yep. Take it or leave. Wow, that's a nice dice pool. Take it or leave it. Difficulty 7 for this one.
4.
All right. 1,000, huh?
Yep.
Well, I might be taking a bath on this, but okay, fine.
All right, I just got to get my stuff out of the Jeep.
Of course. Let me. I'll go get the paperwork. We'll transfer the title over to you.
All right.
All right. So 20 minutes later, everything's said and done.
Got my bag.
You know.
I got my
bags. Bags. Yeah. Everything's. Yeah. You threw it all in the trunk. He hands you the keys and the title. Pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Evans.
Yes, indeed.
And just remember, if you ever need anything in the Bakersfield area or any of your friends, be sure to recommend them to A-OK.
Will do.
All right, then.
I peel out.
So you watch him, bathed in the red light of your taillights, disappearing into the darkness in your rearview mirror. And you're on your way.
I find the on-ramp.
Okay. So this part of town, you can get on the 5 to San Francisco or the 99 to Fresno.
99.
Okay. So soon you are on the open road, driving down the highway.
Yeah.
And so
I'm thinking about everything.
yeah.
And I'm thinking about Karen. I'm wondering how she is. I miss her.
Yep.
I think. I miss her. It might just be the blood bond talking, I think. The coyote's in the back seat with me.
Yep.
And so I'm just thinking about everything that's happened. And I'm thinking about Dawn.
Okay. So as you're thinking about Dawn,
And I'm checking my rear view because I'm still feeling paranoid right now.
yeah.
Like, is Irena following me? Where is she?
Right.
She knew I was coming up to Fresno.
And so, you check your rear view quite often.
Yeah.
And, sometimes you'll see like a pair of headlights coming up on you kind of fast, but then they'll go out into the passing lane and whiz by you. And, but you've been driving for, about an hour, and you're checking your rear view like yet again.
Yeah.
And you don't see anything in your rear view, but like kind of out of the corner of your eye, it just feels for a second like you have a passenger with you.
Oh.
Like there's somebody sitting in the passenger seat.
And I just look.
And there's nothing there.
Oh. It's probably Dawn. So I say out loud. So I'm like, Dawn, I'm going to figure out a way to make this right for you. Since you pretty much saved my life from that fire. That's all I say.
All right. So about 40 minutes later, after seeing a fair share of signs and whatnot, notifying you that you were getting closer to Fresno, the city itself comes into view.
Yeah, I remember it. So now I'm really remembering everything, and I remember that road that Smiling Jack took us on. That little side road to that barn.
Yep.
I remember it like so vividly.
Yeah.
It was only like about a month and a half ago.
Yeah,
So,
it's true.
But it's like I really remember it. So I pull off onto the dirt road.
Okay. All right. So you pull off, just a ways outside of Fresno before hitting the downtown area, and drive down this dirt road towards an orange grove, and then you pull up outside the barn.
Are there any vehicles?
There are two vehicles.
Oh.
There is a motorcycle, actually.
Oh, shit. Does it look like Smiling Jack's chopper?
No. However, it is also a Harley. It has like what looks to be maybe like some kind of animal fur, like over the gas tank.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I read around in my duffel bag before I get out of the vehicle.
Yeah.
And I find this little vial of blood.
Oh.
That Karen gave me. She gave me a couple vials of her blood. Just tiny.
Yeah.
Just to maintain our connection.
Okay.
So I chuck it back. And I screw the lid back on and toss it into my duffel bag.
Yeah. So it feels good going down. You feel your connection kind of surge a little bit, Like I'm doing this for you, Karen. Yeah.
And so I let the coyote out of the back seat. And I say, go hunt.
Okay. So he lopes off into the darkness. You recognize the other vehicle as Calvin's.
Okay.
I forget what he drove. But
I wasn't clear.
yeah. No. It's Calvin's car.
It's like I feel like he'd be in a truck or something.
Yeah. Truck sounds good. So it's like a 10, 15-year-old Ford pickup,
Are the lights on in the barn or the house?
The lights are actually on in the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk up.
So you've barely put your boot on the first step when the front door swings open and Calvin's there wearing his faded army jacket, and he pushes the screen door open and he says, wow, I guess this is a night for visitors.
What?
Come on in, Aaron.
So I nod and I head in.
Okay. So you walk into this dilapidated, farmhouse.
Yeah.
It's the ceiling. And you know what? Here's the thing. Also, another ground rule for this chronicle.
Oh. Uh-oh.
is please feel free to bring up anything canon from the first one because you've listened to the recordings way more than I have. But I'm also just going to be kind of freestyling a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Throwing out details that maybe I already addressed before. Maybe they're consistent because it's still my brain.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll just accidentally align the details correctly. But, I'll also just throw some stuff out there. And if it's different, it's different.
Well, we never went into the farmhouse, really.
That's
I
true.
mean, we were in the barn mainly. And that's where he kept us.
Yeah.
So
All right.
we may have gone in a couple times, but not a lot.
Cool. So, it's a new set. So
I'm looking around the room.
Yeah,
and
so
it's in disrepair.
Well, yeah, so it's pretty funky. There's a lot of dust, except in like the main traffic areas. You see some cobwebs.
The floorboard's really old.
Floorboards are creaking under your steps, and he's taking you through the front parlor, which is like there are no lights on.
Yeah.
And he takes you into the kind of kitchen dinette area, where the lights are on. Now the kitchen itself obviously hasn't been used in like years.
Right.
There's like rust streaks on the porcelain sink. The refrigerator looks like it's from the 40s and hasn't run since then. And there's just the counters. The counters are just like being used. There's like fruit crates and cardboard boxes that have, just a bunch of random shit in them, like spare car parts and just random stuff.
Right.
So the kitchen's almost being used more for storage than anything else.
Okay.
And there's just kind of a stale odor in the air. But in the dining room area, that seems to be a little cleaner. And there's again, kind of like a 40s vintage chrome and formica table with some nice little chairs, and the little light fixture hanging down over it. And sitting at the table is a man. He is quite a physical specimen, even sitting in his chair.
Okay.
He's kind of, the chair is almost like comically undersized beneath his frame. You guess he's probably going to be a good 6'4" when he stands. He's very broad-shouldered and has this kind of like semi-feral aspect, like these sort of vulpine eyes that are, very intense almond eyes, and then these high cheekbones and a sort of dour mouth, kind of set into a emotionless line,
Okay.
dark hair that spills forward over his forehead, 3 days growth of beard, and he's actually kind of dressed very similarly to you. He's got heavy boots, jeans, a black t-shirt, but unlike you, he's wearing a fur vest.
Oh. What is he, from the cast of Cats? Like,
well, it's like a denim vest that's had like some kind of
fur,
animal fur,
skin or something.
Yeah, like kind of affixed to it.
All right.
Over the shoulders and down the back. Actually, your immediate thought is that it looks like wolf fur.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. Is he kindred?
Yes. Yes, he is. He's,
all right.
He's pretty pale, and you can sense, you can sense his kindredness.
Okay, so I'm standing there.
Yeah. So Calvin, walks in ahead of you, and he just says, "Yeah, Mirko, I'd like you to meet old friend of mine, Aaron Evans."
Mirko?
So,
how do you spell that?
Mirko.
Mirko.
So
I extend my hand.
All right. So he kind of, is regarding you, without much, it's kind of hard to read.
Yeah.
Yeah. and without much emotion.
Right.
You know?
All right. So.
And but you know, he takes your hand. You know that he has little gold earrings, like loops.
Okay.
In both lobes. You know.
Huh.
And yeah, he shakes your hand. It's he doesn't try to like do the thing where he's like trying to establish dominance with a strong handshake, but you can feel this sort of
power.
coiled strength in his hand.
Okay.
You know, like he could probably just grab your hand and pull your arm out by the socket if he wanted to, you know.
Okay. All right.
And so he just says, "Nice to meet you."
Yes.
So Calvin says, "Yeah, go ahead and have a seat there, Aaron."
So I sit down.
And
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I know this
Oh.
is sort of a surprise visit.
yeah, well, you know, I was just passing through, so
Where are you from?
all around. Iceland originally.
Iceland. Huh. What are you doing in the United States?
I've been here for a while. Isn't that right, Calvin? And Calvin says, "Yeah, Mirko and I, we go back a little ways. He and I were involved in an operation in Chicago. What was that, about 20 years ago now or so?" And Mirko says, "Yes, you're just a fledgling then." And Calvin says, yeah. Mirko kind of took me in under his wing. Back east. So, yeah, we go back a ways.
Okay.
And, yeah, he was just looking in on me, weren't you, Mirko? Yes, that's right.
All right. Okay. Well, that's nice.
Yes.
So I'm looking at both of them. I'm just like, this is weird. Because then I look at Calvin's hands, which are like those pads, like animal pads, like a paw.
Yeah.
And it's unsettling.
Yep.
And so I say, I need to talk to you about some things. Some serious shit has gone down in Los Angeles.
So Calvin's one sort of non-droopy eye, you know, widens a little bit. And he says, well, you know, Mirko here was just telling me.
Oh?
That,
and I look at Mirko.
Yeah, and he says, yes, I heard about the recent hubbub. Tell me, Aaron. And he leans forward and he looks very, like, intent. Do you think there's going to be war? Do you think there's going to be battles?
Between who?
Between Jeremy McNeil and the traitor, Tara.
Oh, Tara. I don't think so. Jeremy is a non-entity as far as I'm concerned.
A non-entity. Strong words.
Yeah, because I'm a little baby.
Yeah. Jeremy McNeil. He's been around almost as long as I have.
Well,
We're both from the old country.
Well, things are changing.
So I've gathered. That's why I'm here. I think things are going to blow up soon. And I want some of that. I want some of that action.
Is this intimidating me a little bit? Like the way he's talking about it is
Well, he seems very lusty, you know. Like his eyes are kind of lighting up a little bit under the light bulbs, you know.
What do you want exactly? Power?
No. Mirko cares not for power. I just enjoy a dust up. I enjoy getting my hands dirty.
The blood of other vampires, you mean?
So he leans back and he leans back and he says, "Well, I don't know what you're implying, Mr. Evans."
I just stare at him.
All right.
Charisma.
Yeah.
Or, charisma plus intimidation again?
Sure, go for it. Let me give you a difficulty on that bad boy. Let's see.
Can I... no, I got
Difficulty nothing. 8 on that.
I'm already mixing it up. I'm gonna pull the tiger by its tail.
Yep.
What was it? Difficulty 8?
Yep.
Oh, fuck yeah. 4, baby.
Wow. So what did you say exactly?
I'm just staring at him.
Okay.
I'm returning his gaze, and he's like, "What are you implying?"
Yeah. So you're just
And
staring
I'm just
at
like,
him.
I know exactly what I'm saying.
All right. So there's this moment, this sort of charged moment, as you're both staring at each other.
Yeah.
Calvin's kind of like his eyes like flicking back and forth.
Like I was not expecting this.
and then Mirko just kind of slaps the table. He's like, "Ah, you're a good one. You remind me of little Calvin when I first met him." Calvin, he's a fellow gangrel, eh? And Calvin says, "Yeah, he is." And Mirko says, I knew it. Only a gangrel has balls like that."
So I do kind of laugh, like, oh, yeah.
Well, hopefully you and I can fight side by side one day, Mr. Evans.
I nod, and maybe it'll come to that. So if there is a battle, yeah, I'm your man.
It's good to hear. Perhaps
But-
stick together as gangrels.
I agree. There's few of us there. You may have heard of Karen Anatos.
Yes. Mistress Black.
He knows her show. Oh my god. Yeah, Karen, she's in a bit of trouble. And I look at Calvin specifically, like he should know what I'm talking. Like he knows.
He just sort of cocks an eyebrow.
She's on the red list. But she's also now the Baron of West Los Angeles, which is why I'm here tonight. So yeah, that's why I'm here tonight. Calvin is to talk to you about Karen.
So Mirko stands up, chair scooches back.
I stand up too.
Yeah. I mean, not like fast.
No, but I just stand up because I know he's going to leave.
Yeah.
I'm being respectful.
Okay. So he says, Calvin, I've been on the road for a while. I'm going to go get a bite. I'll be back in a bit. Mr. Evans, I hope to find you here still.
We'll see.
All right, then. If I don't, I'm sure we'll see each other again.
I nod.
Puts his hand out again.
I shake his hand.
And then as he walks out, he kind of like gives Calvin a little pat on the shoulder that, you know, sends Calvin sideways slightly.
The floorboards creak a little.
You're right. And off he goes.
All right.
And so, you sit back down and, a minute later you hear the Harley rumble to life.
Yeah. So I look at Calvin and I say, is he going to O'Malley's?
I don't know. He has his own ways. Mirko, he's been around a long time. You probably figured out he's not one to mess with.
Yeah. I'm glad he likes me.
I'm glad too. I was a little worried there for a second.
So I just sort of smile.
I see you haven't changed.
It's been like 6 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Same old Aaron from 6 weeks ago.
Well, I mean, here's how to justify that.
Yeah.
So much has happened, and I'm sure Calvin's heard about it.
So I see the recent events haven't dampened your wanton will at all.
Oh, my wanted will. No, it hasn't, never. And if it does, then that's the end of me.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. You got to be true to yourself.
So.
You got to be true to yourself and damn the consequences, right?
So I'm looking at him. I'm so bad at mind games, and I'm like, what? Why is he saying this? Like, well, within reason. I'm not a completely inhuman monster yet.
No, nor am I.
So,
and as he says that, he kind of looks involuntarily at his palms, you know.
Yeah.
So, what's going on?
There's a couple things going on. One, another vampire kindred tried to stake me.
Okay.
2 nights ago. She's probably on my tail. The only thing I can think of is that she's part of the Ravnos, which is what you mentioned the last time I was here.
Yeah.
And I don't know where it came from. She saved my life at one point, only to try to stake me.
Sounds like a Ravnos. That's why our two clans don't really get along, Aaron. But you found that out for yourself.
Yeah, so
and you're lucky that you came away from it intact and whole.
Well,
not many do.
I've heard yeah, what you told me. Yeah. About the legend and the lore of our, one of our clan being killed for trying to seek an end to this, whatever this is, state of being.
Yeah.
So, I'm just letting you know in case she comes around here, sniffs around here.
All right.
I don't want to be here for too long because I don't want to endanger you. But I need to talk to you about Karen.
Well, I can handle myself, especially with Mirko here.
True.
She'd be a fool to come here when he's here.
So I'm making a mental note there.
Yeah.
Use Mirko to kill Arena.
Mirko equals cat's paw? Question mark.
Yeah.
But I can make some calls, see if any of my contacts have maybe heard anything.
That'll help me.
Up and down the valley.
Yeah. So I'm giving my pager number.
So he takes it.
All right. And so
Takes your pager number.
yeah.
And
So I say, all right, Louis is gone.
Louis 48.
Yes.
I see.
I think he's actually hiding out in the Sepulchre at Club Zombie. Karen, as you know, is on the red list. And you are loyal to the Camarilla. I'm not as excited about them, but to each their own.
Of course.
But Karen is on the red list. And there was an attempt on her unlife.
Yes, there was.
Do you know who it was?
I do.
Can you tell me that?
I'm sorry, Aaron, I can't. Not right now. Not tonight.
Are there going to be more attempts?
Possibly. She's on the red list. I will say that the parties that are interested in apprehending her have not given up, particularly in light of her role in Justicar Petrodon's final death. They might have been willing to let it go, but that struck close to home. And
Okay, so I had a part to play in that.
yes, you did.
I mean, Karen technically killed him, but
I'd just like to point out, I did not lay the final death blow.
no, he's not saying that. He's not saying that.
I know.
But I'm thinking I'm flashing back on that night, oh man, that blood was so tasty. Petrodon.
That was a fine vintage.
It was a fine vintage, as we pointed out, and but I'm thinking Karen technically killed him, but I had a part to play for sure, and I drew him out with my stupid ass sketch.
Yes, arguably, it is entirely your fault.
No.
Karen was merely acting in self-defense.
But I'm not on the red list.
But you're the one who provoked him into showing up.
You know what? He has some problems. He was feeling insecure. That's on him. That has nothing to do with me.
He should have been going to see his vampire therapist.
That's right. To talk about his insecurities.
That's right. Instead of showing up.
He has to know as a public
at the
figure,
TV
he's
studio.
going to be, roasted and lambasted from time to time.
Boom, roasted.
So anyway. All right. So I'm thinking back on that and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So, okay. So now, I'm thinking great. So again, but this is perfect. This is exactly what I want. I mean, in terms of telling the story about Aaron and how he's just making everybody else's lives
horrible. Yeah. You're this harbinger of doom.
Yeah. Handsome harbinger.
Yes.
So.
Okay. So,
So he says because of that.
He says that made it personal.
Yeah.
And, however, wait, you told him that she's barren. Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
However, telling me now that she has increased her standing in your community, I'll be honest with you, that's going to make it harder to go after her than when she was isolated.
Okay. Yeah, she is the Baron now. And she is backed by the Crypt Sons.
So he makes an appreciative face, Well, that definitely will make her a harder target. Definitely make her a harder target.
But in the meantime, where is Louis?
I can't help you with that one.
Do you know?
No.
He's aligned with Tara.
So it would seem.
And Jeremy is in no position to have a battle, as Mirko was saying.
Oh no?
I don't
Are they weak right now?
I don't think they're weak. They're definitely not weak. But Jeremy just isn't a leader. He doesn't seem interested in fighting.
I think you'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah, Jeremy, you don't survive as many nights as he has if you're weak. Maybe he just has a different style than what you're used to, or what you would do if
Like
you were in
old
his
world?
position. You could say that, I suppose. I respect him. He's earned his place. As far as I'm concerned. I know many of my fellow what's the word?
Compatriots?
I know many of my fellow ancillae in the Camarilla would disagree with me, but then again, they tend to hate any anarch regardless.
Why are you so loyal to the Camarilla?
Well, Camarilla's been pretty good to me.
They protect you?
You could say that.
So I'm looking around the room. And you like living like this?
I just move from place to place. This is just where I'm staying for right now. I was actually hoping I'd see you again. I
Why?
didn't really want to move on.
Why do you want to see me again?
I like you. I had a feeling you'd be back.
Yeah. I had some other questions because I'm sort of going to be on the road for a while. I want to kind of avoid that whole scene down there. It's pretty nasty right now, but I know Karen can take care of herself. And with the Crip Sons and Muhammad watching after her, I think she'll be fine. But I feel a little twinge, but it's like I can't guarantee that.
Right.
There's a little inside of me, internally.
Right.
And that's the blood bond, I think, rearing up.
That's just the blood bond talking.
Just ignore it. Suppress those feelings. All right, so I have some questions about... What was that?
Sorry.
Oh, that gave me
Whacked
chills.
myself. All right, go on.
Oh, that made my scalp tingle.
Really?
That was weird.
That was weird. Okay, go on.
Okay, I have some questions.
Yes.
I have a wraith. What?
I have a wraith problem.
I do. I have a wraith who's following me.
Wraith infestation.
And I was wondering if you knew anything about how to help a wraith move on.
Well, no.
Who would know?
That's necromancy, son.
So who would help me?
Well, you know any Tremere?
No.
You know any Giovanni?
No. Where are they?
Those would be your two best bets.
Tremere? What's Tremere? Like Johnny Tremere?
Johnny Deformed.
You should call this Johnny Deformed.
Deformed? Did you say deformed? Tremere. Oh, well, they're, I guess you wouldn't meet too many of those where you live. They're one of the founding members of the Camarilla.
Do you know of any?
I know a few.
Do they live nearby?
There's one or two in San Francisco.
Do I know them?
What?
Do I know of who they are?
Do you know
Out of
who they are?
character.
Out of character?
Yeah. So anyway, and then Giovanni, the Ravnos brought that up before.
The Ravnos.
Yeah, I can't even call her by her name.
That is low.
If she's gonna treat me like a gangrel, then I'm gonna treat her like a Ravnos.
Shit.
Scum. Scumbag.
And nothing but scum. Yeah. They're an independent clan. Yeah, they've got people all over, but down in Las Vegas. Down in Las Vegas, there's a little family of them called the Rothsteins. They own casinos. And they run a lot of the vice operations down there in concert with the mafia. Yeah, we could talk to them.
All right.
Shlomo Rothstein. He's the capo.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that. Was there any other questions you had of me, or?
No, but like I said, I'll make some phone calls. So don't go too far, okay?
I won't. I think I'm gonna head into town and see what I can drum up.
Yeah, of course. So he kind of taps the piece of paper with the pager number on it. I'll give you a beep if anything comes up.
All right. I'm feeling a wee bit suspicious. I don't know if I can fully trust him. But I have no other recourse.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thanks, Calvin.
Of course.
I'll be probably here 1 or 2 more nights. I'm going to head into town.
That sounds good. That sounds fine. And my barn is always open if you need it.
Thanks. So, I'm going to leave.
Okay.
I'm heading to town.
Heading into town. All right.
Let's do this.
Pickles.
Going to O'Malley's.
Going to O'Malley's. Well,
because he showed us a couple different areas to hunt. So O'Malley's is one of them where you could pick people off pretty easily.
Yep.
But there's probably other places too. So.
Well, it just so happens that this time around, since I was improvising that entire Fresno chapter last time, a little bit more prepared this time.
Good.
And I've got this great hand-drawn map of Fresno from 1980, so probably pretty similar. And it's got like this insane, like the artist has actually drawn like every effing business establishment.
Oh my God.
That was in Fresno.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a place called Shops and Things.
Oh God. Yikes.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Shops and things?
Shops and Things. Yeah.
What does shops mean? Like,
I don't know. It's
is it like a little mini mall maybe?
Maybe a mini mall.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it definitely is a mini mall.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's some stuff here I was like, I don't even like he drew
Oh no.
He drew a business.
Yeah.
And then drew closed over it. So he's even drawing places that had closed.
That's weird.
Yeah. That hadn't been like, occupied by a new business yet. So.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, of course there's the downtown area.
Yeah.
Which has a few high rises. It's actually a fairly nice little downtown.
Yeah. I mean, there's 400,000 people, as we mentioned before, that live in Fresno.
Yes, exactly. It's kind of your American graffiti type little downtown area. Lots of lights and there's a Bob's Big Boy. Look at that. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he drew the big boy.
Wow.
Carrying the burger.
Oh. I think you should link to this map.
I should. Yeah.
Sounds like a work of art.
Myself to link to map.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll show you after the session. Oh wow, there's a street that he's labeled Used Car Row. I guess you could have gone there.
Oh well.
But you want to go to O'Malley's. Okay. So, one thing you do note as you are driving into town in your Ford Falcon is, there's like signs, like downtown this way, Christmas Tree Lane, that way. And then there's something being advertised that kind of catches your eye because it looks, so, I don't know, vampire friendly.
What?
Yes.
What is it?
Well,
it's just an arrow saying humans here.
Humans here. No. It's not about the. It's not about hunting. It just says underground gardens. You know, and then there's like kind of pointing towards the north.
Underground gardens.
Underground gardens.
All right. Well, I'll
File that away.
Maybe I'll head over there after I feed.
All right. So you are hungry like the wolf.
Like the coyote.
Hungry like the coyote.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You drove off. You told the coyote to go hunt.
Yeah.
Are you just assuming he's going to find you?
No,
like he
I'm
normally
gonna
does,
go
or-
back to Calvin's property.
You're going to go back to Calvin's. Okay. I wasn't sure if you were done there or not.
No.
Okay. So yeah, no, we can just do the quick and dirty method here, since you're just looking to top up, as it were. What kind of prey are you looking for?
I don't know, just somebody who seems available, someone who won't make a fuss.
And how do you want to collar them?
Well, I think if I go to the bar,
Uh-huh.
I can just kind of exude my animal magnetism.
Magnetism.
Yeah, and then get into a clinch with somebody and maybe do it that way.
Oh, okay. So you're looking for a lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So, yeah, charisma
Okay.
plus subterfuge, I would say.
Subterfuge.
Or expression.
Expression.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no subterfuge.
Okay. So definitely expression.
Expression.
Let's see here. So where do we say O'Malley's was? Is it more closer to downtown, or is it?
I'd say it's on the fringes of town. So when Karen and I were there, I just made this up right now.
Okay.
So when Karen and I were there, Calvin told us about different hunting areas that were more successful than others,
Yeah.
and so he said this bar is pretty reliable in terms of people looking the other way. And I mean, there are like a total. I remember this vividly, as he told us that there were about 5 vampires in this town. So I might bump up against them.
Yeah.
There's some fellow gangrel and there's some Bruja. So it's just a matter of if I step on any toes.
Yep.
But in the meantime, I'm focused on finding a tasty artery.
So difficulty 4.
Oh, wow. Okay. Difficulty 4.
Yep.
That is 5.
Wow. Okay.
I'm charismatic and I have a nice expression. Let me feed from you, please.
Yes, exactly. So how many blood points would you like to take?
I'll take 2.
Okay. All right. So give yourself 2.
Oh, all right. I'm not going to get into any details.
Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
You do have fame, right?
I do.
Would difficulty 3 have made a difference?
1 more. 6.
Jeez. All right.
People recognize me?
Yeah. I mean, you were on a national soap opera.
I was,
So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, I am going to say that with 6 successes... Good grief. With 6...
I'm a charisma monster.
You are a charisma monster. So with 6 successes, actually, the young lady
Oh, okay.
who you hook up with...
Oh, but what does Don think about this?
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yes, indeed.
So I'm looking around the bar. I might have caught the eye of a couple people. I'm looking around, and I just sit kind of in the corner.
Let's see. So her name is... Well, you want to...
No, it's fine.
You want to play out the whole thing, or...
Yeah, if you want. Yeah. That's what we're here for.
Yes, true. So you see a young lady, kind of taking up the jukebox area, right?
Yeah.
And
What is she gonna play?
well, she's looking over the menu.
So I'll sidle up to her.
Yeah.
And so I'll get up from where I was sitting, and I'll walk over
Okay.
and be like, "So what are you looking for?"
So she looks up at you, and like kind of is immediately taken aback but like not in a scared way.
Well, I probably creeped up pretty quietly.
Yeah, yeah.
Unintentionally. I don't think I understand how quiet I am. Exactly. Like, I don't think I realize how quiet I actually am.
Yeah, yeah.
And with how little movement I can propel myself. And I wasn't like sliding on casters again, but I just kind of sidled up in a way that was just, it may have startled her slightly. I think there's something to be said that, I'm ghastly. I'm like disgusting, like I'm a vampire. So
yeah.
pretty gross.
Yeah.
And just to kind of sidle up in a way that's like, whoa.
Yeah.
But then my face, like I have my friendly face too. I could have used that too.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
So I would have probably made all 7. But anyway. And I have the blush of life too.
Well, yeah.
So, oh wait, I'm going to use a blood pool point to make myself seem more realistic.
Don't you get that with blush of life automatically?
No, I have to use a blood. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, I think that's the whole.
Damn. No, but I want it to really be good. Like,
Okay.
I want it to really look like I'm breathing and I'm alive.
Sure.
So I do sidle up I think we can't understate it, because I think my presence is creepy as hell.
Yeah.
But then when they look at me, they're like, oh, like he's totally disarming. Like, he's so sweet.
Yeah. So it says you still retain the color of a living mortal.
Right.
And your skin feels only slightly cool to the touch.
Yeah.
So you're giving yourself that
A little extra boost.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still crept up in a very odd way where it's eerie, But then, like, it's that initial, like, eeriness. Because I don't have, like, presence. I don't have dominate. I don't have any of those things.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, in terms of presence.
But you do have this, like...
Yeah, I don't have any of that. So, but I do have this strange... It's eerie.
You do have your charisma.
I do.
Yeah. So,
So it's like this instant, like, oh, wait, oh, like, oh.
Yeah.
And then, like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So
You're so cute.
So she actually does takes like a half a step back, because you did startle her. And in fact, she goes, oh, you startled me.
Oh, I'm
but like,
sorry.
she's kind of like laughing a little bit about it. So... Yeah, she's just, this little petite white girl with like kind of, golden blonde hair that's been set in curlers, so it's like kind of a soft perm,
Perm-like, ew.
Perm-like, yeah. She's got like a starter jacket and a denim mini skirt.
Oh, no.
And tights.
Tights.
And then little boots.
Why are you obsessed with tights?
That's the style of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Don't you remember? It's all about the tights, man.
I think leggings, but anyway.
Oh, all right. What the hell is the difference between tights and leggings?
We had this discussion
completely interchangeably.
Before.
Yes, I know.
Leggings are more opaque, more fabric-like.
Okay, right.
And then they don't have usually a foot.
Okay.
Like a tight is usually more like nylon. It can be opaque, but it can be kind of see-through. All
right.
And it has a foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So leggings, yes,
okay.
Leggings.
Okay.
In a floral pattern.
Okay, yeah. I can picture that.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, she's kind of like says, you startled me, but she's sort of laughing about it,
And so like I had asked, like, what are you looking for?
Oh. And so she kind of looks you up and down, and she says, someone to dance with.
Oh, really? Okay, we'll put on a song. We'll dance.
Sure. So she was sort of flipping a quarter in her fingers, and so she drops it in, and punches up.
When is it gonna be? I'm nervous.
Wait! I just had. Oh, there we go. So, like, what would someone in Fresno in 1990 pull up on the jukebox?
Oh dear.
And the answer is Steve Winwood.
I hate you.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry to tell you.
So awkward dancing ensues.
Yeah.
If I'm really good at it, though, I might be good.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have like a dancing skill?
Well, so I think I can use my expression.
Sure. Oh, yes.
To specialize in dancing.
How many dots do you have in expression?
I have 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But you can definitely use it. That is the skill for dancing.
Okay, so I'm gonna use that. Can you turn it down, please? This is distracting me.
I know, it's pretty good, isn't it?
No, it's so bad. So we'll do, I think dancing, also part of dancing is charisma.
Okay.
Having a presence.
I would say that that's justifiable since you're not trying to like dexterity plus expression would be if you were trying to do like salsa dancing
Yeah,
or, like,
or something
the
really.
tango.
This is just awkward white people dancing.
Yeah, you're just out on the tiny little dance floor of this bar and you're just moving. You know, you're doing kind of like really basic blues dancing, you know.
All right.
Box step, right?
What's the difficulty?
Oh god, well she's so enamored of you. She would even forgive you stepping on her feet, I'm sure.
Okay.
So we'll say difficulty 4.
Okay, so 3.
Yeah.
So I do a good job.
Yeah.
All right, get rid of that song, please.
Dude, no, you are in O'Malley's. You wanted to play this out.
No.
This is the price you pay.
Oh, wait. So, okay, so let me get this straight. So, in your storytelling abilities and how you
I
want
use it to punish people, yes.
yeah, okay. Just checking.
Well, I've been told by a certain outside source that I was too easy on you for Neon Masquerade, so
That would be my mom.
yes. You're too easy on her.
She didn't say it like that.
Oh,
She
I know.
just thought that you would have made it more difficult for me.
I thought I made it plenty difficult, frankly.
But I don't think she was thinking of you playing a frickin' Steve Winwood song, making it difficult on me. She meant difficult on Aaron to do things and accomplish things.
I thought you were. Let's talk about that really quickly. Did you feel properly challenged?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your brain was on fire most of the time,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, good.
Just like how my ears are on fire right now listening to this freaking song.
Just roll with it, baby.
So, we have a successful dance.
Yeah, so you cut it up. It even like kind of brings a couple other people out on the floor.
Oh, cool.
You know,
Wow.
So,
Yeah, I give her little twirls
Yeah, exactly.
and pull her close to me.
yeah,
And
so
I can
she's
feel her. I can feel like
yeah.
right under the skin, just like yeah.
Yep,
So
pretty good.
yeah, so that Steve Winwood's just getting me so hot.
That's what it's designed to do, man.
So right.
That's baby making music.
No, it's not. No, it's the opposite. It makes my ovaries curl up into my body. It says nope.
Shrivel up into raisins. All right, so
just like okay, never mind. So yes,
so eventually you get off the dance floor,
we get okay.
and she pulls you over into a little corner booth, and then just like is
Oh God, right at the right.
yeah, right at the
thank you.
sexy part.
Thank you, Edie.
Oh, are you morally policing us?
She's upset. She's upset.
She's like, all right, listen, guys, you agreed to keep this a soft PG.
You're getting into PG-13 territory.
You are.
You know what? Just it's okay. You can
All right.
leave it alone.
All right, ghoul dog. Thank you.
Leave it.
All right, ghoul guardian.
Yes.
Yush. All right, uncurl that lip.
Oh my God, she's staring.
Maybe
at
she
you.
can hear the Steve Winwood, and it's just getting her
upsetting.
excited.
Yeah, I can get that.
It's upsetting.
It is. She knows she's detecting my tension. That's why she's starting to.
That could be it. Yeah.
Turn that shit off.
I am not. No, listen. We have a well-established past history of committing to this bit and having having whatever background music. We had a whole thing with Billy Ocean playing at a drugstore. So
That was Billy Ocean. How dare you?
yes.
How
dare I put Billy Ocean and Steve Winwood in the same basket?
Hell no. No.
Oh man.
Get him out of that basket.
This does keep going though, doesn't it?
It's a dance song.
Yeah.
All right, we have a
That's
great
what you said
dance.
about Billy Ocean.
It is. Well, that was fun though.
Don't worry, it's almost over.
All right, so at the end of the dance, the long,
Yes.
7-minute mix of this frickin' stuff. She picks a dance at it.
No,
She
this is,
pulls me into a.
Believe it or not, this feels like it's going on forever, but it's a 4-minute song.
No,
Yeah.
it's been going
4.5 minutes.
going on way longer.
No, I swear, 4.5
Okay,
minutes.
so she pulls me into the booth.
Well, she pushes you into the
Pushes
booth,
me into the
actually.
booth.
and then it's just like right on top of you.
Whoa.
And just kissing you.
Okay.
So
Okay.
here, I'll help you feel better. So anyway,
What's happening?
so
it's a fairly dark booth,
yes,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Well, I kind of humor her. I'm kissing her there,
Mm-hmm,
and then I kind of pull her. I'm like, "Let's get out of here."
Okay, so you kiss for a while, and then she's like, "Yeah,"
Okay.
she's all into it.
All right.
So
So I take her around the back.
so she's like she's laughing, and she's just she's in really good spirits, and she's like, this is gonna sound really crazy, but were you on TV?
I can't help it. Yeah, I was.
I knew it. Where have I seen you?
Oh, I was on a soap opera.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, Invitation to Love?
Yeah, that was it.
I knew it.
I start kissing her to distract her.
Wow.
Oh, just my luck.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so I'm kissing her.
Yeah.
Trying to close the deal. I'm getting tempted by the blood.
Oh yeah, no, she's actually like, I mean, you're in this alley, between the alley between O'Malley's, and
O'Malley's and shopping things.
and
O'Malley and shopping.
And shopping things, yeah, shopping things, and
but it's not that late.
It's not that late, but you went down a little ways, down the alley, and like she's actually like unbuckling your belt.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I mean, you got 6 successes, man. I mean, this.
Oh no! I don't. Oh wow. Okay, this is going somewhere.
Yeah, but I mean, you can seal the deal before any of that kind of stuff goes on. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So I will take a bite.
Okay. So she's like, ooh, what? Oh, what? Like kind of confused, and then just gives in as happens.
All right. So 2 blood points.
You only want to do 2? You can take as many as you want.
I'm not gonna be. No. I'm not
Don't get greedy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
Although I am gonna lose both of those.
Yeah, I know.
There's other places to hunt tonight. So.
Okay. So
I stop and I lick her wound to close it. And I say, so were you here with some friends? And I'm buckling my belt as we're walking back out of the alley.
Yeah, so the feeding has left her a bit disoriented, and she's is like kind of definitely broke her train of thought, if you will. Yeah. And so she's like, wow, I'm so lightheaded right now. You know what? I'm gonna go in and sit down.
Yeah. I'll take you to your friends. Where are they?
Oh,
so I'm kind of corralling her, like just really like pushing her.
Yeah. So you go back in the bar. All right. So you see that there's a couple ladies over at the bar, and they see her and wave.
Oh, so I just kind of like push her in that direction, and I just walk out the door.
Okay.
Fairly harmless. So I'm like, I feel pretty good, but I just want more. I need more. So I'm thinking about the different places that Calvin told us about out here. And so I don't know where to go.
Okay.
This is where I need help from the story.
Shush. So, sorry, I'm just multitasking over here. So, other places Calvin told you could go. Well, there's a hospital.
I'm not going to the hospital.
For, if you wanted to raid the blood donation, area.
That's really bad. I don't think I know my humanity is 6, but I have some standards. If my humanity was like 4, maybe.
Right.
But
right.
No.
Okay. Let's see here.
So I'm like, think about, no.
Yeah. Okay. So then, trying to zoom out on this map here, and it's not being. There you are. It's really weird. There's like a zoom bar, but it because the map is so graphically dense, it's very hard to see it.
Yeah, it's.
So, let's see, where else? There's a city college, so both on the campus and then...
It's a Saturday, though.
True. But, there's kind of like... There's a
college, right?
Yeah, there's a little strip, there's like a McDonald's, a record shop.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of...
Mexican restaurant.
I'm just gonna kind of walk around there.
Okay, sure.
Just see what I can scrounge up.
Yeah. It's down the road from Smuggler's Inn.
What's Smuggler's Inn? Is that a hotel?
It's a motel, yeah.
Motel?
Yeah.
Smuggler's Inn?
Yep. And there's kind of like a little mall there too called Manchester Center.
Oh my God.
It's got a Sears and a Howard Johnson.
Man. All right.
It's just
So I'm just walking around.
Okay.
I'm walking around town, just seeing if anybody stands out to me.
Yep. So
At this point, it's probably like 10 p.m.
Yeah, exactly. So like you said, it's a Saturday night. So there's actually a stadium across the street from the city college.
Oh, okay.
And then right north of that is a whole kind of strip mall area. It's got like a pizza place and a liquor store.
Okay.
So this is like where all the college kids are.
Okay, so I'm gonna start mingling.
Yeah. So what are you using for this one? Same approach?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
As long as they're playing Steve Winwood, I'm down. I mean,
Well, you're out in like kind of public areas
shit.
here.
Well, never mind. It's not gonna work.
I mean, like what's your approach here? Like, how do you want it?
My approach is just to be that, hot guy.
Yeah.
Who's just kind of standing around. We'll see who walks up to me.
Okay, so where are you positioning yourself?
So I think the record store
Okay, sure.
might be good.
Yep.
And
Oh, you just want me to have some music playing in the background.
I don't want to go to the McDonald's. It smells horrible.
Yeah.
And so like you said, there was a record store.
Yeah.
Shit.
So there's some music, emanating from within the record store.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty here, it's a little less easy hunting.
Yeah.
So it's difficulty 6.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3.
Okay.
Not bad.
And what is your friendly? What is it? Friendly face.
Oh, friendly face. Yeah.
Let's reacquaint ourselves with that one.
Okay.
Because that sounds like that may be important. So friendly face is you have a -1 difficulty on all appropriate social based roles. So yes for seduction, no for intimidation. When a stranger is involved, only functions on first meeting.
Yeah. So that's
Okay, I'd say that would apply. So actually, let's make that difficulty 5.
okay. So I had one more, so it's 4.
4 successes. Okay, and who are you looking for? Just
anyone.
another little bed.
No, it doesn't have to be. It can be anyone.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, you're hanging out outside this record store. You got are you wearing your jacket?
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
so
it's my jean jacket with the fuzzy inside.
Oh, right, the lambskin lining.
Yeah.
So you've probably positioned yourself with like one foot up on the wall, knee cocked out, other leg straight,
Yeah.
doing your best James Dean,
Wait, I'm in the store doing this?
No, you're outside.
I'm outside.
Right?
Yeah, I'm outside.
You're loitering outside.
I'm outside, and then I'm starting, and nobody's biting.
Well, in fact.
Okay, but I was gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Like then I started thinking, maybe I should develop the smoking habit. Like,
right.
I think I'm thinking this as whatever is about to happen.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's a
maybe
great
I
way.
should start smoking.
Well, because you can always ask someone to bum a light, or someone would come up to you,
Right. So I'm like, maybe I do need to start smoking, and so I'm thinking this as.
So you're kind of stationed yourself between the front door of the record store, and then there's like a little payphone, set into a wall kiosk.
Yeah.
And so this guy comes walking up to use the payphone.
Yeah.
And of course you're kind of like positioned so that you're not totally in his space, but you are
Just close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he takes the phone off the hook and is flipping through the yellow pages, but he keeps kind of like stealing glances at you. And then he goes, it's like, I'm sorry, but you look so familiar. I'm sorry you have a dot in fame. It's
yeah. Some people tell me that I look like somebody they know.
Oh yeah, I guess you just got one of those faces. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah, really? You go to City College?
I was thinking about it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's a pretty good college. I mean, I've been there a couple of years now.
Oh, what are you studying?
Oh, I'm just getting my, associate's degree.
In what?
Do you have to choose a major? I thought you just took a general ed curriculum.
No, you can choose.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's just like agronomy.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's wearing he's wearing Levi's and cowboy boots, and he's got this like white linen shirt.
Yeah.
But he's kind of dressed up.
Yeah.
Like it's a really nice shirt, pressed.
Yeah.
It's got little silver tabs on the collars.
Oh. That's making me think about back home.
Yeah. It does remind you a lot.
And so I think, so I'm kind of stuck in that little reverie.
Yeah. So he says, "Hey, listen," it kind of snaps you out of
No,
it.
like what?
Listen, I was just about to call my friends. We're gonna go to a party.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your name?
And now I'm starting to think, like,
Gary Bevins. Wow, they really got you.
I really did. I need an alias. I do need an alias.
You sure do.
I'm gonna try to distract him so I don't tell him what my name is.
Okay.
And say, where's this party at?
Oh, it's just kind of on the north end of town.
Yeah,
You
let's
know,
go.
It's just a little house party.
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. All right, well, let me just make this call.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think, like, what's... God, I gotta think of an alias. I love this song. Okay. So, duh.
Bobby Brown.
It's Bob. Bob E. Brown.
Bob E. Brown. I just love the idea of like adopting an alias of like an actual famous person because it would almost be more believable, right? Because
Yeah.
it's kind of like the Michael Bolton thing from Office Space. You know, it's just like
Right.
it's like yeah, I know, like I got the same name, ha ha ha. You know,
Oh, right.
and nobody would ever think you were making up that name, right?
Right.
You know, because it would just seem like yeah, why would you lie about that?
Yeah,
right?
no,
Like,
it's one of the dumbest things.
yeah. It's just it would make you kind of memorable. That'd be the only downside.
Yeah, exactly. His name was Bobby Brown, and he
Yeah.
looked like this.
He looked nothing like Bobby Brown.
Yeah, I'm thinking because I'm not that smart, so it's like it's hard for me to think of like a good alias.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna keep going by my name.
Okay.
So yeah,
But you just say Aaron, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you hear him on the phone, and he's just like, "Yeah, hey, you mind if it's me and this other guy? You know, okay, cool, sweet, see you soon."
Okay.
You know, gets off the phone.
All right. All right. So where are we going?
Yeah, no, it's just a house party, man. Like
All right.
you know, just a kegger.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, well, we've got to wait for the ride.
Oh.
Hey, I'm gonna pop in and get some stuff to bring. You want to? I mean, it wouldn't be right for me to ask you to get anything, but is there anything you want? I guess.
No, it's
That's what
fine.
I'm saying.
I'll be good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll be right out.
Okay. So I'm just kind of looking around.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So you know, there's cars coming and going in and out of the parking lot. There's,
Yeah.
You know, it's just college kids.
Yeah.
Like the college district of town. So
right.
there's a lot of
the college district.
the college district, the hammock district.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's just periodic outbursts of raucousness and
Yeah.
loudness and cars cruising up and down, blasting their own music, you know, and so then eventually your new friend comes back out. And he's in both hands he's carrying big 24 packs of beer.
Hey man, let me carry one of those.
Ah, thanks.
All right, so I put it under my arm.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. So anyway, hey.
Whoa, hello.
Hey, hi, microphone. Brian, by the way.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Aaron.
Aaron, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, if you had any questions about the college, I mean,
Not really.
Oh.
And I just kind of look at him pointedly.
yeah.
I'm just kind of like, it's like being on the road. I think there's this feeling of like being someone else. Like, who am I?
Yeah.
I could be anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't even know. Like, I could lie tremendously.
Yeah.
And people would.
It's kind of occurring to you for the first time.
Yeah, like
right?
I have a lot of freedom here. Like nobody knows who I am.
Yeah.
I mean, they know that I look familiar or something like that, but it's like, it's not like I'm going to be tooling around LA,
Yeah.
where like the same places, people know me, people have
Right.
seen me around.
Right.
But this is like, nobody knows who I am. So
Yeah.
it's giving me more of like this longer lead where I'm like, okay, I could do a hell of a lot more damage here.
Yep.
And so that's dawning on me too.
Yeah.
Which is, it's also a little scary. So, So I'm thinking this as I'm like, no, I don't have any questions.
So he's like, okay, cool. Well, oh hey, there's my friends. You know. So
God. All right.
so this like late 70s era camper van comes pulling up.
Which reminds me of my old van.
It does. It does. And
Bandera. Like it was a Bandera van.
Oh, Bandera, that's right.
Or Vandura or something.
Like that. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, cool.
Yep.
So
all right. So the
side
sliding door opens and everyone, piles in and and you leave the record store and Kylie Minogue behind.
Aww.
And you head off to this house party. So it is indeed just, standard issue college house party, it's like a 2-story house on the north end of town. And then you all, pile out. And of course, along the way you're introduced to everyone in the van, and just a bunch of guys, basically.
All right. Okay.
And but it's just all very congenial.
Congenial,
yeah. So.
All right. So we get out. So we get there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And what did we say? It's around like 11 maybe. Or
at this point it's probably getting close to midnight.
Yeah. So the party's actually pretty much in full swing. Yeah. And
wow, and, they're pretty okay.
Yeah, pretty continental there.
Yeah. For a bunch of white kids in Fresno.
Yeah, well.
What is this?
I have no idea.
I love it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yes. I love this. All right, okay. So I'm looking at Brian and I'm thinking like, yeah, okay. But then I'm like, he's wearing white.
True.
That's not really good.
No, it's not good.
But he looks like he'd probably be down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah?
So I'm gonna so it's a really raucous party. It's pretty loud. And everybody's talking, drinking, and I'm just kind of walking around, just observing.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
The coyote, it's like kind of just checking out the remnants, like what's scavenging a little bit, like what's easy to pick off. So I'm looking around. And I'm just seeing various things, people on the couch talking, making out, passed out. There's a lot of different rooms. People are doing various things, drugs or sex or whatever.
Yeah, the smell of pot smoke's pretty heavy in the air.
So I'm just like, oh. It doesn't make me miss college at all. It's reminding me a lot of college.
Yeah.
And this is just making me just like, oh. So I'm just looking around for anything easy.
Yeah. Okay. And how many successes are we going off of? You made 4.
I had 3 or 4.
4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, so it's your pick, really. Like you could be a coshamar and find a passed out person, like in an out of the way spot.
But I don't know, like, what have they been drinking? Like,
right.
Okay, so I think I will, but I forget this.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I might as well just do this.
Yeah. All right. So you find someone, you find a young lady who's kind of passed out in like a half sitting position.
Oh God.
So you're able to just kind of get up next to her and prop her up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then like make like you're necking with her,
Yeah. Oh, so gross.
It's really bad.
It's really bad. But hey, my humanity's 6, so.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, and
God. So I sink my teeth in too.
It's 1990. No one's gonna say anything.
Nope. So I sink my teeth in.
Yeah.
And I just start draining her.
Okay.
I don't think I want to stop.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just feeling like this feels really good.
Yeah, it does actually, because she's got something in her system. So let's see here. Yeah, so her blood. I should start working in the 5th edition.
Yeah, I wish.
Tables.
Feel free to.
Yeah. I should go back and grab those out of the playtest material.
Yeah.
But her blood feels like silky smooth, silky smooth as it goes down.
Okay.
And it's just like spreading this like this radiating warmth of calm through you.
Okay.
And so you actually kind of start to lose track of like
what I'm doing,
of time, and losing track of what you're doing. It just becomes this, it just feels
sensation.
Yeah, you're riding on the sensation.
Yeah.
So I love this actually. So like basically you sit back after finishing. And you're just kind of sitting back with
I'm
like
lost.
this sort of beatific smile on your face, and just
my fangs out?
kind of lulling your head from side to side. And
my fangs are out.
And she's like just slumped next to you with these 2 puncture wounds in her neck and blood trickling down. Although I will say another difference from True Blood is I don't picture feeding as being nearly as messy as it is in True Blood, where they bite in and there's just like blood going everywhere.
Torrent,
because it's like you're sucking the blood out. It's like you're trying not to waste a drop.
Right,
basically,
no,
unless you wanted to. Like the only time I see there being that much blood is like during a frenzy.
Yeah.
You know, where you just don't care.
Yeah, no, and you're just being wasteful.
Yeah. So
I've forgotten to seal the wound.
Yeah, so you're just sitting back, just like...
Are my fangs out? I think I've asked you this 3 times, unfortunately.
Yes, you demand answers.
I do.
I'm going to say unless you want to make a roll, then they are.
They are out.
Yeah. So you're just like sitting there like, you feel really good. And
my teeth are covered in blood.
Yeah.
There's a little blood around my mouth.
Yeah.
My fangs are out.
And she is just absolutely pale.
Unconscious.
Because let's find out. Yeah. What how many points are you down?
5 more.
You're full. You're full up.
No.
So
this is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
Oh, God.
So the good news is that you weren't able to fully drain her.
Oh.
But I'm trying to think how many 5 blood points.
Oh.
I don't think that's enough to kill.
No, it's not, but it's enough to really endanger.
Yeah. So she's like pale.
Yeah.
She's pale.
She looks like, sorry to say this, but she looks like she's possibly overdosed on something.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's bad.
But yeah, you're
I'm not saying that with any sort of glee, but just like
right.
just like how pale she is.
But yeah, you're just sitting there because you don't give a fuck.
I don't give one shit. I am happy. I feel great because it's like, but it feels better than blood. It's like blood with something else, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think he did very. I mean, he was exposed to different drugs, but like, I'm just trying to remember if he has it in his repertoire of like feelings.
Yeah.
What was it? Out of character. Just like
a mix of alcohol and pot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's experienced that before, so that's an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
That's like great.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're just super chill.
Freaking awesome.
You're super chill.
Yeah.
Basically.
I feel very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So I'm sitting there for a while. And like you said, I've lost track of time.
Yeah.
And then when I get out of like this, I'm just like, wait a minute. Like, where am I?
Yeah, so you kind of snap to.
And I'm looking around.
And it seems like the party's still going in full swing, but like you kind of blink your eyes and you remember like a couple people sort of walking past, like looking like, ugh, like putting their hand to their chest and just being like, oh, like what the fuck?
I'm like, oh.
And then you see.
I see her.
Well, you see her, and then you also see someone like across the living room in the dining room, and they're like talking, and they're clearly like concerned. And then this person, this young lady's talking to a guy, and they're both kind of like casting glances in your direction, like she's definitely saying like, yeah, that's like look over there, look at what's happening over there, kind of thing. So she's calling attention to this.
Oh no! So I look at the young woman. I was like, oh,
oops,
no.
Yeah.
So I'm going to lick the wound.
Okay, sure.
And I'm going to seat her up in that chair.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just walk away.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to leave the house.
Yep.
I'm leaving the house. I'm trying to just get out of this house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So, I mean, you got 4 successes, so... if you had failed or botched, that would have been something else. But
I haven't yet. Oh, man.
I know.
It's only inevitable. All right, so I get out of this house.
Okay.
And I just head to the streets.
Okay. Sorry, house party. We
this
gotta
is
leave.
Lisa Christie dress mix.
Yes, it is.
Love it.
Yeah, I don't
Love
know.
it.
Some of those songs may not have been era appropriate. I apologize to our sensitive listeners.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
But you know.
All right.
I mean, who's to say?
All right. So I'm walking back toward town.
Okay.
Yeah, where my car is parked at O'Malley's.
Yes, it is.
And so at this point, it's probably like 1 a.m.
Yeah. Definitely.
So there's a lot of night ahead of me.
There's a lot of night ahead of you. Well, how do you want to spend it? Because eventually you will get back to your car. And
oh, I do? I'm unfettered? Nobody's coming after me?
No,
or
you made it out clean.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. And, you know, if you're going to almost drain somebody of their blood, good on you for choosing a unconscious person, because they won't be able to provide any.
Yeah.
But actually, I will say you've been walking for like 20 minutes when like 3 cop cars with their lights and sirens going, you know, like whiz past you going north, you know, towards the house.
An ambulance.
Yeah, and then an ambulance.
And
yeah.
I'm like, and I kind of pause. I'm still feeling buzzed from all that.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
So I kind of like stop and I just kind of turn around and I'm looking at them and I'm walking backwards as I'm looking at them go toward that house. And then I very gracefully turn around and keep walking forward.
Okay.
And I'm getting closer to where, you know, this like shit town. and I'm gonna find a payphone. I check my pants. I'm like looking for change.
Yep, you got some.
Okay, so I walk up to a payphone.
Okay.
And I dial. I'm like very
methodically
trying to. And a couple times the dial tone will turn to the busy signal, like I'm not dialing fast enough.
Right.
I'm much more slowly dialing each number.
Right.
And I finally do. And then I'm like. I'm like waiting, like in suspense, and then the phone starts ringing. I'm like, yes.
And who are you calling?
Karen.
Of course. All right. So
it's like 1:30. Mm-hmm. On, was it Sunday?
Okay.
Or Saturday? Oh.
Sorry, I was like really hung up on how much 5 blood points would be. So if she had 10 blood points, it says you may take 20% or 2 blood points and leave the vessel relatively safe. Taking half of a vessel's blood, which is what you did, necessitates hospitalization.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's going to the hospital.
All right.
Yeah.
But hey, I got rid of some of the drugs in her system, so
yes,
she should be thanking me.
Right. Rationalize it however you want.
I did a toxicology report to be like, Anyway, okay, sorry.
In fact, I think overfeeding might be a humanity violation, mightn't it?
No, not that. It's if you drain the vessel dry.
Draining them dry. Oh,
which I did not do.
All right.
I've only done that other times before.
Yeah, several other times before.
Not several, only 2. Only 2.
Yeah, in fact, that's why I said you were lucky, because I rolled a 9 to see how many blood points you would have taken. But since you maxed out at 5, then you're okay.
All right.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm dialing the phone. The phone's ringing.
Okay, so you're calling her at her new mansion, right?
No, she hasn't gotten it yet. It's only been a couple days since I've been gone.
That's right. So you're calling the Silver Lake apartment.
Yeah, my apartment.
Or Silver Lake house, really.
Yeah, the house.
All right, so...
somebody has to be up.
Yeah. So phone rings a few times, and then... yeah, what's up? This is Derek.
Derek, it's Aaron.
Oh, hey, Aaron. What's up, man?
Wow, nothing. Is Karen there? I need to talk to Karen.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I really need to talk to Karen.
So you're still talking even though like he's put the receiver to his chest.
No, you don't understand, Derek. I really need to talk to Karen. Karen.
It's you.
It is me. It's me. It's Aaron. Karen.
It's so good to hear your voice.
Our names rhyme. Why do our names rhyme?
I don't know. What are you okay? What's going on?
I am amazing. I'm amazing, Karen. I want to just thank you for everything that you've done for me. My life was fucking appalling before I met you. I love everything that you've given me in my life. And I'm looking around, like watching cars go by.
Yeah.
I'm on the payphone and
yeah. So so she's listening to all this, and then she responds, and her voice sounds kind of emotional, and she just says, Aaron, I feel the exact same way.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
I was so alone before I had you.
Had me? I think that had me.
Yeah. I was so alone, and I didn't even realize how lonely I was.
Oh my God.
And I miss you terribly. I hope you're not going to stay away too long.
No, I'll try to come back. I'm trying to, Karen, I am trying to solve this problem that we have with all these people coming after you.
Yes, well, we're not going to worry about that anymore, Aaron, because soon I have had the most brilliant idea.
What are you talking about?
After you left, I thought I can never be as lonely as I was before you came into my life. And of course, we'll always be together.
Oh, I know.
But if I could have even more people feeling as close to me as you feel.
What?
I'm still working out the plans.
What?
But I've had a brainwave, Aaron.
I don't want anyone else to be with you. I don't want anyone else.
No one else is going to be with me. Don't worry about that. But just imagine, Aaron. The whole city, the whole state, the whole country.
What?
At our beck and call.
So I'm looking at I'm trying to picture where this payphone is.
Yeah.
I think it's like.
Oh wait, let me get my map.
Yeah, where is it?
Let me get my map.
Let me get my map of Fresno.
Okay, so you went on the north side of town, and you have been walking for a little bit. So let's see. So you. All right. God, this map is amazing. All right.
I'm so glad you found it.
Me too. It was a real jackpot. Wow, they had a lot of record stores. All right, so
there were a lot of record stores.
All right, so yeah, you were walking south. Mm-hmm. You walked past a fig company,
what?
Robert's Fig Company.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
And then you crossed a pretty busy street called Shaw Avenue.
Okay.
So you are actually at a gas station that is next to a McDonald's.
Yeah, okay.
On the south side of Shaw Avenue, and it's like within, it looks like pretty close range of like you can see some big silos and smokestacks kind of off to the west.
Yeah.
Lit up with their their nighttime lights.
That's making me think.
And then you can hear like trains off in the distance.
See, this is making me, and then so hearing all this, and I haven't been around these sounds in a while, so it's really making me think of Kansas.
Yeah.
And it's really taking me there.
Yep.
So I'm kind of not listening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's just going on about some weird shit,
yeah.
with like the whole
nation, the whole world
will be kneeling before us, and you and I, you and I. All the way to the end, et cetera, et cetera,
Yeah.
And she's just kind of like in full flow. And she's like, I'm so glad you called because I really haven't been able to talk to anybody about this.
Oh, no. What about Carl?
Carl is the only other one who knows. I haven't told your roommate yet. I don't think I should. Don't
tell Derek. Don't tell Derek. Don't bother him with that stuff. That's fine.
Yes.
That's fine. God, I miss you so much. Why am I here?
It's fine, my darling. I will be very preoccupied with this project, I think, if it goes the way I think it's going to. Of course, I'm always just a phone call away. But you take care of what you need to do. And by the time you come back, I'm sure I'll have it all worked out.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. Okay, Karen, I gotta go. I have to go now.
Of course. Please be safe.
I hope you're wearing my ring.
You know it.
All right, I gotta go. Bye, Karen.
Bye-bye.
So hang up. I'm like, what was she talking about? So I'm just kind of standing there staring at these silos.
Yeah.
And
the smell of figs is in the
air. Robert's figs.
No, I swear to God, there's actually.
I believe you.
There's actually gigantic fig fields just north of here.
Yeah,
so,
I believe it.
Yeah.
So I don't think I mean, if the figs are in season like in the fall, so I think they're just the plants
true.
Are just starting to
the smell
to
of vegetation.
The smell
of palms is in the air.
Yeah. So
whatever that may be.
I don't know. So I'm just looking at these silos and I'm thinking like, I'm just staring. I just can't stop staring at them.
Yeah.
I know there's ladders. So then I start walking toward them.
Okay.
I start walking toward them. I know there's ladders. Like, I know there's little, like, steps that you can, like, climb up to the top of the silo.
Yep.
So I'm looking around.
Okay.
I'm getting closer to these silos.
All right.
And so then I start talking to Dawn. I'm like, Dawn, you know you want to go to the top of the silo with me. I know you'll protect me. I know you'll protect me.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So I'm completely. So there's like cyclone fences around or more, or probably around this.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just jump over these fences, and if there's razor wire, I don't care.
Yeah. There really isn't, because these are just like kind of. Indeed, you can see, like, as you get closer, these are just kind of railway silos.
Okay.
For storing stuff that's, it's got the big drop down chutes.
Yeah, I'm familiar with. I used to play on these things as a kid. So I'm hopping over this fence, climbing over it, and then just climbing up to walking around the silo to find the little handles. So
you clamber up the silo. And a giant man bat descends and spirits you into the night.
It's the Crimson Bat.
The Crimson Bat comes down for you.
I am the bat.
I am the bat. Oh, wait, 1 second. Okay, so you're at the top of the silo, and of course it gives you really good views.
Yeah.
As silos tend to do. So you can see, there's this whole, like, kind of semi-industrial area that you're in. There's railway tracks that go right past it. Lots of warehouses and that kind of thing.
How far up are we?
You're like you're
Me and Dawn.
I know. You're about 50 feet up.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
You see the 99 off to the west with the cars going up and down it.
Yeah.
And then just darkness off to the north and the west, because it's just fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm used to seeing that kind of a view. But it's bringing back so many memories.
To the south
Yeah.
is a drive-in movie theater.
Oh, shit.
And so the last show of the evening is playing up on this giant screen. So it's like this silent movie.
So I'm watching this.
Playing. It's Nuns on the Run with Robbie Coltrane.
I think I saw that in theaters.
I did too. It was really uncomfortable because there's a whole shower scene with a bunch of naked women, and I went to see it with my dad.
Oh no!
And I was 12 years old. So
Mortifying.
It's like the worst.
Mortifying.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like typical like TNA. 80s humor. Gratuitous TNA. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so Nuns on the Run.
Nuns on the Run is. No, I don't think I did see that in theaters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually. Now that I'm thinking back, I'm like, I would have remembered that.
Well, thank you for helping me to remember that traumatizing.
Hey, I did not pick the movie that.
I just looked at what movies were in release this week, and you already. No, wait. Amy went to see the Lambada.
Yeah, Amy saw Lambada.
Yeah. So
no. Dawn did. But
Dawn
Amy with? Yeah, Dawn went to see that.
Oh, that was right before she died.
Yeah, that's sad. That's like the last movie you saw before you died.
That's right. We talked about that.
That's really sad. Okay, so anyway, the movie's playing. I'm looking around.
Yeah. So
and so I'm just looking around this whole place.
Yeah.
And I'm just up on this silo.
Yeah. So you got a nice view of the city. You can see downtown far away to the southeast. Right. The lights of downtown. And all
right.
Yeah, you get a kind of a nice, overview of the city.
So I just look up at the stars.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna lay back. And just kind of lay there and just like stare at the sky.
So you're staring up at the sky, and the moon has set.
Yeah.
Moon set several hours ago, actually. And, this part of town up on the north end with the fields, there's not a whole lot of light pollution. So it's like, again, it kind of reminds you of your boyhood, looking up at this blanket of stars. You can actually see the Milky Way and everything,
Yeah.
And then, you're just lying there all alone. But then you hear a voice. in your ear.
No.
Well, close to your ear. And it's Dawn's voice.
Oh, no.
And she says, I wish we could just stay like this forever. Oh. And you look down and she's just lying, like up against you, like spooning with you.
Oh, my God.
Their head resting on your chest.
Do I feel it?
Yeah.
Oh. So, oh, man. So I just, I just put my arm around her. Do I feel her?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. So it's like I'm not even really thinking, I'm just feeling. And so I'm like, yeah. Like, yeah, we could. We could if you really want to.
Let's never leave.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah.
So it's just like you remember, like you can hear her breathing, all those vital signs.
Oh man.
Just feel her warmth against you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm getting into it. Like yeah, like this is real. Like this is real. So I want to kiss her. So like I'm trying to like pull her close to my face.
So the instant you move, she's gone.
Oh no. So I'm like, oh Dawn, like where did you go?
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of curled up in a ball, and I just start crying.
Yeah.
So I'm crying up on the silo.
Jesus. Yeah, no, I mean, and at this point, all the sort of lingering chemical effects have worn off.
Yeah, so I am just like...
So suddenly, it's like, it's just snapping out of this reverie and like realizing, no, you're here. You're up, and you feel the cold metal of the silo, because it's like 50 degrees.
Yeah.
With a breeze, pushing it down into the 40s.
Yeah, but the coldness doesn't bother me. It just feels
but you can
cold.
feel it.
I can feel it now.
You can feel it.
Yeah,
it's not making you cold, but you can feel it.
All right.
And it's just like that contrast against feeling the warmth.
Oh man.
The phantom warmth.
Yeah.
So and just you're like completely alone. Karen is far away.
The movie's gone. The movie stopped.
The credits are rolling.
Okay, so I'm gonna...
The 4 cars that were there are, starting up and pulling out.
So I'm gonna slide kind of off to my feet to get onto the handles of the silo. I'm gonna climb down.
There. It's called Moonglow Drive-In, by the way.
Aww, that's cool.
Giello.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm climbing down the silo.
Yep.
And then I like hop onto the ground, the gravel probably around it.
Yep.
And I look around.
Yep. So there's just a lot. There's some wood processing mills. There's a smell of pine in the air.
It smells good. So I'm gonna hop over the fence again and just head back toward town to find my car.
Okay.
Heading back to O'Malley. So at this point it's probably like 2:30, 2:45.
Sure.
All right. So walking down the street.
I'm just thinking like, we're setting a blistering pace here. No, I just figured this first session is for
not again
easing back into this character and this world.
Day 52 of being a vampire. All right.
Pretty much. But no, we're easing back into the character.
We are.
We're easing back into the world.
I'm trying to get back into him.
Exactly.
Like, what's he about?
And are you feeling it? Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I love him.
Good.
Okay.
All right. So you do get back to your car in due time.
Yes. And I'm looking around. I'm feeling a little anxious. Like, like who's seeing me?
Right.
Who saw me?
Right.
Are the cops patrolling? Like what?
Yeah, you hear some sirens off in the distance.
No. So I try to get in my car as fast as I can. And not because I'm scared, but I just want to get out of there and head back toward Kelvin's.
Yeah. Okay.
So at this point, it's getting toward like 4:30 probably.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You're just starting to feel the first kind of like back of the neck sensation that the sun is coming around again. Like. So yeah, it's time to seek shelter.
Okay.
So we get back to Calvin's, no problem.
Is
Mirko's
chopper there?
Mirko's chopper is there.
Oh wow.
And And so this time Calvin meets you out front, like as you're pulling in. And so as you're getting out of the car, he says, well, I made some calls.
Oh.
I made some calls. There's no sightings of this Ravnos.
I described her to you.
Yeah, I know.
She has a whole crew of guys, and they have like a Winnebago that drive around in.
Right. So rest assured a little bit, because she doesn't seem to really travel that incognito. I think I know the one you're talking about. She goes all up and down the West Coast, and sometimes even back east a little bit.
And so when I hear that,
I
put my hand on my over my eyes, oh god.
Yeah, but. Just no one's seen her, so maybe she headed out east. Who knows? Or maybe she's down in San Diego at this point. Who knows? But anyway, just wanted to let you know about that.
Why? I mean, I don't understand. It's just like vengeance killing, like you mentioned before.
Yeah, could be. I mean, these Ravnos, they're you can't trust them, especially when it comes to us gangrels. They'll get you.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, the story about the scorpion and the frog, right?
No.
There's a scorpion, and it wants to get across a river. So it asks a frog to give it a lift. And the frog says, "How do I know you won't sting me?" And the scorpion says, "Because then we'd both drown. It's not in my best interest." And the frog says, "Oh, that makes sense. Climb aboard." So Scorpion gets on the frog's back, and the frog swims out into the stream. And about halfway across, the Scorpion stings the frog. As the frog feels its body seizing up, paralyzing, it manages to croak out, and it says, "Why? Why did you sting me?" And the Scorpion says, "Because I'm a scorpion." That's a Ravnos. So he kind of gives you a little pat on the back.
So I'm really and I start thinking about it more and more. I'm like, oh shit.
And he says,
all right.
He says, I did manage to get in touch with someone who might have some more answers for you, though.
Oh.
Yeah. If you're okay with sticking around till tomorrow night, I think they said they're going to be coming around here.
Sure. I'll meet up with them. Who is it?
It's just an old friend of mine. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Okay.
All right. Well, Aaron, like I said, barn's all yours.
That's okay. I'll just go off into the trees.
All right. Well, take care of yourself.
Thanks.
I'll tell Mirko you said hi.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of winks at you.
Sure. So I walk toward the trees.
Yeah.
And I make a little yip sound, like the coyote sound.
Ah, yes. And Coyote comes trotting up. So
I look at it. Does it look like it ate the fed?
Yeah.
All right.
It licks your hand,
Okay.
a couple times.
All right. Well, then I give it some of my blood.
Okay. All right. It's satisfied.
Okay. So then it's like I'm falling into bed. I just sink into the earth.
Yeah.
Just like, almost like on my knees.
Yeah.
And just kind of fall face forward into and just dissolve like into the earth.
All right. I'm just picturing Janet from The Good Place when her kill switch gets hit.
Not like that. No. A little bit like that.
A little bit, yeah.
Kind of just like crashing into bed.
Uh-huh.
But it's the earth.
Yeah, and then you just keep going.
I keep going.
I love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So mark off 2 blood points. Are you down any willpower?
Only 1.
Oh, you get that back too.
Oh, thanks. All right.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie, schmokey.
Oh my god.
Sorry. I apologize. Apologies, everyone.
All around.
Okay, so the next night comes.
Yes.
You sort of reactivate, like a computer coming back online.
Pretty much. And I think I have like the memory of last night, like very vivid in my mind.
It was a weird night.
It was a very weird night.
It was a wild night.
It was. And I get up. And I change my shirt. So I have like a navy blue shirt, t-shirt. Not always black all the time.
Okay, all right.
So I have a navy blue.
So you got the trunk popped open and you're rooting around in your duffel bag. Nice.
Yeah, and I look at my
gratuitous shirt
Hell
taking off.
Yeah. Hell yes.
Flexing those muscles.
Fuck yes. And nice. And so, nice. And then so I changed my shirt and I'm looking at the little vials of blood that Karen gave me. So how many did she give me?
I'm going to say she hooked you up for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many?
I mean, if each vial is like what, an ounce of blood, you think? Or a couple ounces?
Not even that much.
Really?
Yeah, like a half ounce.
Oh, she probably gave you like 20 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a couple dozen.
Because she had those ready for her fans.
Yeah.
So I have one of those. So I'm going to check one back. I can't help it.
All right.
And I feel like she's with me.
Yeah.
Like I get this sudden like hit. Like, oh, it's Karen.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of fades really quickly. Yeah. It's barely anything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I screwed the top off of that one. So I used 2 so far.
Yep. Yeah, keep track of it.
Okay. So.
All right.
So I'm looking around. But again, there's the light is like this violet purple, right? The sun line there.
Yeah.
The horizon line, I mean. And I feel like
make another soak roll.
Yeah. So what?
You can voluntarily stay in the ground a little longer if you want to.
No, it's okay. I think I just got up automatically. Yeah. So that's fortitude and stamina.
Difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3. 4 successes. So I'm like, yeah. Like this is what I want. I want to be able to see that.
Push it. You've done that before.
I've been.
You're like edging. You're into edging.
You've mentioned that multiple times. Yes.
I know. I'm just bringing it up.
Anyway. So
again, this might be somebody's first listen. So.
Oh God, I feel sorry for all the people who have listened. They're like, this joke again.
Oh God.
All right. So I see that and I'm just like, yeah, like that gives me some level of hope. So I close the trunk of the vehicle.
So as you close the trunk, you see Mirko coming out of the house.
Yeah.
He's shouldering his jacket back on, you know. And,
Mirko, I say.
Oh, Mr. Evans. Glad I could see you one more time.
Yes.
I'm hitting the road.
Where are you going?
I'm just going to drive down south a little bit and see if I can get the pulse of Los Angeles.
All right, well, if you're in town, you should stop by Taste of LA.
Yes, Taste. I know it well.
All right.
Yes. Well, again, very good to meet you.
Yes.
Hope our paths cross again.
Indeed.
All right.
Watch out for any Ravnos out there.
Ravnos should watch out for me. So he swings up over the bike and kicks it to life, you know.
Yay. Cool.
Heads off.
Like him. Great. So I watch him. And then I look back at the house. So I head in.
All right. So Calvin also is kind of, getting up and getting his stuff in order and whatnot, He says, I guess should be here around midnight. If that's okay.
Right. Sure.
Yeah. In the meantime, he kind of produces a deck of playing cards.
Sure.
Care to play a game?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, he deals you in and you spend the next few hours just
talking.
Tossing the bull around and playing poker for pennies and nickels, that kind of thing. You find out a little bit more about him.
Okay.
I mean, what did you know? I forget.
Well, not much. I mean, he not much about him, actually. He told us a lot about the lore.
Yeah. So, you find out that He served in Vietnam.
Yeah, I did know that.
You did know that, okay. And not terribly willingly.
Right.
And then joined the LAPD.
Right, that's right.
Mm-hmm. And,
so I talked to him about that a little bit. Like, hey, I heard there was a lot of vampires really infiltrated the LAPD.
The LAPD, I think, is kind of in the back pocket of the anarchs. Although through what means, I'm not entirely sure. They got some people pulling strings behind the scenes, just like the camera. Listen, I mean, no offense to you or your anarch buddies, but to me, you asked me the other night, you asked me yesterday, what is the Camarilla? Why do I serve the Camarilla? And I'll tell you, to me, the anarchs, they're no different. They've got barons instead of princes. Come on.
No, I totally...
It's the same.
Calvin, I agree with you.
But the Camarilla, at least, is upfront about it. As much as I hated the army, and as much as I disliked being a cop, it was structure. It was a bureaucracy that was designed to do one particular thing and do it well. And that just works for me. So, I don't know, Aaron. I'm just going to be upfront about it because you're a good guy. And I don't think you were ever really given this chance. But have you ever really thought about coming over to the Camarilla side?
All right, so I put my cards down.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him and I say, I was asked to diablerize Karen by folks who are in line with the Camarilla. And they were going to kill me regardless if I did or I didn't.
You think so?
I know so. Petrodon told me before he met his end.
Well,
Karen did nothing wrong. She was completely shunned by kindred society out there. They ignored her. They treated her as a joke until she did that one thing, which was, and I just point to myself, to me.
Yeah.
And she did that, and it got their attention, and it got everyone's attention. And so now they're holding her accountable when she should have been brought into the fold. And so now she's having to pay for their mistakes. She didn't realize what she was doing was wrong.
So, as you're saying this, you hear the sound of a car pulling up, gravel crunching. And Calvin eyes flick over to the front window.
Right.
And you're in the kitchen, so you can't really, see. But and he looks back at you and he says, Aaron, I understand. I'm not saying the Camarilla is perfect. And in fact, the price of being in the Camarilla is having to sometimes make sacrifices, do things you're not proud of.
Am I gonna be ambushed? Oh no!
And you hear the car doors slamming shut.
Wait, can I do perception plus alertness?
Sure, you can.
Oh no! Oh my god! I just want to go back to feeding on random co-eds.
Ay, Dios mío.
What's the difficulty?
What are you trying to perceive?
What is happening? Am I being ambushed?
6, difficulty 6.
6?
Yeah.
2.
You get a definite sense that something is not right.
Oh. No.
Calvin has a somewhat regretful look on his face.
No.
and the front door swings open.
Shit.
Now, as if you recall, there's the kitchenette,
Right.
or the dinette attached to the kitchen,
Right.
And then you like from where you're sitting, you get a straight view through the front parlor to the front
door.
entry and the front door. So the door is swinging open, and in walks a single person, just one person. Although you did hear multiple car doors slamming. So a single person walks in. They're sort of side lit by the front porch light. Okay. This is someone you've never seen before.
Okay.
They're wearing, well, their frame is very gangly, like to an almost exaggeratedly cartoonish degree. They're wearing.
That's unsettling.
Yeah, they're wearing a very kind of lightweight trench coat. You know, like one of those 80s trench coats, linen or whatever.
Yeah.
And have belted pleated slacks and a Hawaiian shirt. But both like very loosely fitting.
Right.
I mean, again, not saying this to make light of anything, but it's like someone who is anorexic wearing, the smallest size clothes they can find, and they're still too big.
Right.
But what is immediately drawing your eye as they just picture this as slow-mo.
Yeah.
As they're walking in and sort of turning the corner and the porch light is hitting them. Is their face.
Yeah.
It is the most inhuman face you've ever seen. Yes. This person stands about 6 feet tall, by the way.
All right.
They're completely bald.
Yeah. They're not wearing a hat?
No hat. No.
Oh.
And let's see here.
Oh my god.
Okay. So basically if you would picture how to describe this. Their head looks like it's been sucked into a vacuum from the lower part. So the lower lip is puckered. Mm-hmm. The chin is distended and pulled forward.
Yeah.
And so the whole face
It's reminding me of Beetlejuice when they mush their faces.
It's very much like that. It's the whole face,
smooth.
except it's like avian, right? It looks
that's
like
what she makes it look like.
Right.
A beak.
It's like a fleshy
beak.
But it's like the mouth itself is like the terminal point of the beak. Right. So it's like this little puckered mouth.
Tiny little mouth.
It's like this little puckered mouth on the end of this elongated face.
That's disturbing.
Yeah, and so they walk in, turn to face you.
Oh.
And they're just saying they say, "Good evening, Mr. Evans," and we'll just leave it off at that. So, what did you learn?
Oh my god. What the fuck? And there are multiple car doors?
Well, you heard at least 3 car doors closing.
So they were all in the same vehicle. I heard one vehicle, but multiple car doors.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What have I learned?
Yeah.
What have I learned?
Or any other thoughts you wish to share?
Oh my god.
I'll give you a moment to recuperate.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I haven't experienced this in a while.
Yeah, the fans are just right over there.
I'm put my head between my knees.
Yeah, let me get your paper bag.
Oh my god. Okay, what have I learned? I've learned that you're a freaking sadistic piece of... Okay, wait.
What? Wait, what? All right, well, first of all, you get one...
for showing up.
At the end of the chapter.
Okay.
So that was chapter 1.
Okay. What have I learned? I learned that... Oh, man. I'm reeling right now about this.
Excellent.
Well, I learned about the Rothsteins in Las Vegas.
True.
I learned that Calvin cannot be trusted.
Well, Is it an issue of trust? He had a look of regret on his face, and he said something about
making
the
sacrifices.
prices that sometimes you have to make a sacrifice.
I don't know. And then I also what did I learn? I learned that again, like, it was what I was feeling like on the open road. Like, I could lie. I could say whatever. I make up whatever story I want about myself.
Yeah.
And people won't know.
Yeah.
And that can get me a long way.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick with those things.
That works fine to me.
All right.
So that's a point.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, you definitely
Sorry.
got back into the character and then some.
I didn't know if I would. I was feeling a little anxious. Like, maybe I don't know.
No, I thought that was
But
great.
there he is.
And yeah, I'm gonna give you a 2.
What?
Just
2?
to
Aw.
well, we're kicking it off, and
Yeah.
and I thought that you did a really good job. So
Thanks. I
yeah,
was trying to contribute.
you did.
All right.
It's almost like all that time never even passed.
It really does.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird because, especially with playing Amy and then playing for the Demon's Mirror, and then
Yes.
playing all those different characters for 13 Candles.
Yeah.
I thought I lost track of Aaron.
Nope.
But he's right there.
Yeah.
He's so great. So I want to bump up some of his stuff.
Yeah.
I have 10 points to work
Oh,
with right
great.
now.
Cool.
So I want to increase my brawl.
Okay. What's it at right now?
It's at 2.
Oh yeah. So
that's going to be 6.
let's see here.
So times 3.
I think it's
This music. I forgot about this music.
ability times 2. Yeah. So
Times 2.
current rating times 2.
So 4.
So 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so I am definitely bumping up my brawl.
Just in time.
Yeah, and then I also want to animalism.
Okay.
Animalism 2.
That would cost you 5.
Oh, I have 1.
Yeah, it's current rating times
Okay,
5.
so but my fortitude also.
Is that a 2?
It's at 1.
Oh, okay. Wow, that would cost you 5 then.
5. And I have protean 3 times 5, so it's going to be 15.
15.
To go to Shape of the Beast.
Yeah.
But if animalism, what's animalism 2? Is that...
Checking right now.
Because I could have sworn I already had, like, the Feral Whispers.
You do.
Okay, so that, is that 1?
Yeah, that's at 1. Animalism 2, yeah, right here, is beckoning.
I already have that. I do have that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you used it.
So it's
before.
10. It's 10 for animalism 3, which is what?
Quell the beast.
What is that?
So that is manipulation plus intimidation, or manipulation plus empathy, and it is to calm a mortal or vampire's beast. No, a mortal's beast.
That's weird.
Yeah. Let's see here. A vampire who develops his power may assert his will over a mortal, animal, or human subject, subduing the beast within her. This quenches all powerful, strong emotions: hope, fury, love, fear within the target. The kindred must either touch his subject or stare into her eyes to channel his will effectively. So you could use it like on a wild animal that was, going to attack you.
Could I use it on a vampire?
No.
Okay.
However, though a vampire's beast cannot be cowed with this ability, the storyteller may allow characters to use the soothing variation of this power to pull a vampire out of frenzy.
Oh.
With 3 or more successes, the frenzying vampire may roll again to pull herself out of frenzy using the same difficulty.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think I might go with.
Fortitude.
No.
You're only Fortitude 1?
Yeah, I should bump it up. Okay. How much is that?
Handy.
That's gonna be 5.
That'd be 5.
Okay. What is fortitude 2?
It just gives you an extra dice on your soaked rolls.
Okay, so I have 1 experience XP left. Okay, so I'm gonna
Cool.
leave it at that. So I bumped up
Brawl.
No, I'm sorry, brawl.
Yeah, and Fortitude.
And fortitude, and I thought I did 1 more.
Nope.
I guess not. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine for now.
Sure.
Oh my god. We did it.
We did it.
We did it.
We're back, baby.
Oh man. Oh man. I'm afraid there's going to be hell to pay based on 13 Candles, The Revenge.
What?
And
Oh, this was stuff I was planning well before. No, seriously, this NPC actually,
oh man.
it was actually in the Neon Masquerade queue in case they ever showed up, and they just didn't. You know, it just so happened that they didn't.
Oh, no.
But now they're here.
All right. Well, I do need a new character sheet.
Yeah, you definitely do.
BT dubs, and I'm gonna need to augment it slightly so I can reuse it.
Okay.
More, because there's gonna be a lot of erasing. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Well, if I had any doubt, which I didn't. Again, we're back in business.
Yep.
This is the gift that keeps on giving. We are doing this because it's just so much fun to play this character and to kind of put him through his paces. And I thank you immensely for your imagination and creativity and bringing that to me.
Well, I thank you for being an excellent player who always brings it. And
I try.
Yeah, absolutely.
I try. Oh, man.
Good. Well, until next
I don't know
time,
what to feel more grossed out by at this point. The Steve Winwood or all the other shenanigans that
Again,
I got up to.
Roll with it. Roll with it, baby.
No. Nope. Mm-mm.
Boy, that movie really sucked, didn't it? It could have done with higher stakes. It's enough to drive you batty. Okay, ghosts and ghouls, till next time. This is Mistress Black reminding you to always wash your necks. You never know when a guest will drop in for a bite.
Next week's feature picture will be Blood Feast. Friday at midnight, as always.
This is KTLA, Channel 5, Tribune Broadcasting in Los Angeles.
Welcome to the KTLA Late Night News Update. Our top story tonight: fire at Beverly Hills Estate leaves the mansion in ruins and the owner missing. Firefighters contain the blaze, which is not LAPD police detectives are asking for information in the suspected disappearance of former LA soap opera star Aaron Evans. Evans, 24, last seen working at a 7-Eleven in Glendale.
The year is 1989, and Aaron Evans is in way over his head.
Neon Masquerade is a vampire 20th anniversary duet chronicle that gets under the skin of kindred unlife in the anarch free states.
The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers actual play podcast invites you to join us on this journey into the bloody heart of Los Angeles.
Go to eorpodcast.com and search the Neon Masquerade tag to find out more.